Hey, yo, 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 yo! What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. I'm your host today, Alfredo. Yes, that is my name. Welcome, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Oh my god, Villain Killin' Dylan, what's going on, my dude? So wants to talk about Scream 6, Orphan First Kill, Jeepers Creepers Reborn. We're going to talk about all of it today. We're going to talk about like a whole bunch of crazy stuff between Scream, Terrifier, Saw. We have Saw news to talk about, which is crazy. Super excited to talk about that. Heck yeah, Jigsaw Blogs is already on it. We are talking about that today too. Excited. John Smith saying, been a rough Monday. Jake, glad you're doing this live stream today. Absolutely, my dude. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. What's up, Troy? How's it going? Yo, yo, yo. Thanks for being a channel member, Troy. I appreciate that. What's up, Locked? How's it going? What's up? Jacob Browning is here, who I got to meet this weekend. Jacob, thank you for being at the stream. I appreciate it, man. What's up? Corey is here. What's up? Hello, horror fam. Sending everyone good vibes. Thank you, Corey. You're constantly giving us good vibes. We appreciate that. Larissa is here as well. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Absolutely vibing. KL is here too. Holy crap, we got a lot of fun people here. What's going on? Kane Kong. What's up? Mr. Joker. Amber Freeman is here. Thought you were dead, Amber, but hell, oh. Welcome back. Maybe you're in Scream 6. Wayne is here too. Here comes the Jake. That's what they say when I come along. But what is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I went to Monster Mania this weekend, and I just want to talk about that real quickly. Got to do my first horror con, and oh my god, so much fun. You guys are the best. I had an absolute blast. Like, I had an absolute blast meeting a bunch of people. You guys are so wonderful. All the people I met. Oh my god, you guys are all the best. Jacob Browning here with a $2 super chat. Jacob, thank you so much, man. It was great to meet you at Monster Mania. Thanks, man. It was likewise. It's great to meet you, man. We had a great time. Me and Jacob hung out for a little bit. It was awesome. I met a few other people too. Thank you to literally everybody. Was so kind, so awesome. It was just so cool to meet so many really cool people. So. Laura, I can't believe I didn't meet you this weekend. Hope you had a great time at Monster Mania. I did. Yeah, I was walking around I was only there Friday. So that's really all I could afford to do, unfortunately. But yeah, Laura, thank you so much though I appreciate that. The sentiment means a lot to me. I will be at more horror cons in the future, hopefully. So we will absolutely be able to meet up at some point. So thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Terrifier 2 canceled. What? I doubt it. But we do have some news to talk about regarding Saw X. X, baby. Not X. No, that's a different movie that came out this year. But Saw X, baby, had some big news today, which I will talk a little bit about. So we finally have a release date for it. October 27th of 2023. So it's going to be like a Halloween release. Cool. Good stuff. But the director that Bloody Disgusting just exclusively reported this. The director of the film is going to be Kevin Grutert. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. Kevin Grutert, though, directed the 6th and 7th installment in the franchise that Saw 6 and Saw the Final Chapter in 2009 and 2010. And he's also done movies such as Jezebel and Jackals, which I'm going to be honest with you, I've heard of Jezebel, but I've never seen either of those movies. He edited Saw 1 through 5 too as well. So he's like familiar with the franchise. I feel like this is a pretty good choice. This is someone who's like a mainstay from the franchise. Someone to do like, if you got someone like random out of nowhere who's never done like a torture porn kind of movie like this, yes, that is what this genre is called, unfortunately. Then I would be kind of like, yeah, that's kind of weird. I think it's a great choice personally. 6 is my personal favorite Saw movie. 7, Final Chapter is a little meh, but no, I'm excited for it. And a lot of Saw fans are going to be happy too. It seems like it's going to be a John Kramer story, which writer Josh Stolberg kind of already confirmed on Twitter about the film. So I am unbelievably excited. So I can't wait. It's going to be good. I finally got to see a live stream. Kept missing you. Chrissy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out on this wonderful Monday night. Holy crap. Mr. Ellis saying it deserves more respect than that name, but you're right. Unfortunately, that's what the masses call it. Are you talking about Saw X? I'm so confused. I'm sorry. I don't know. Saw X, finally some Jigsaw traps in space. I know, right? That's what we've all been wanting. Jigsaw in space on a spaceship. Yes. No, that's I don't think that's happening. But I think I'm excited. I think it's gonna be good. Yeah, so we have Jigsaw blogs talking. Kevin Gruder gets a second chance, in my opinion. He ended things badly when he did Saw 3D. I mean, I get it. If you know the backstory, so he's the right guy for the job. I really think he's gonna do this well. I think a lot of my problems with that Saw 3D, the final chapter, is mostly the writing. Like, I just don't love the twist, you know? It's not my, it's not like, I don't know, it's just not anything super crazy special to me from a writing standpoint. Some of the traps are, honestly, I don't hate the traps in Saw 3D, which is like maybe a controversial opinion, but 6 is my favorite, man. 6 has the best traps, one of the coolest twists. I don't know. Oh, that's what you're talking, the torture porn thing. Yeah. No, it's just what it's called, unfortunately. Locked, though, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. I want to shout out my channel members here in a second, but first, glad you had a great time. I have to wait until September to see BBB on streaming because my theaters suck. They do that with some of these A24 movies. That's how Bodies came out a week later for me, and it was the same thing with The Lighthouse. I had to wait a week for that. Yeah, but I won't spoil it here on a live stream, but I will say my video I did on it, I have a little spoiler-free section right at the beginning, and then I go on this comedic long rant about, like, please don't get this spoiled for yourself. Do not get Bodies spoiled for you. That twist ending is something special. I really enjoyed that movie. It's not my favorite of the year. I was kind of saying in that video, I'm like, oh, it might be my favorite of the year. I saw it again. I love it. I still love it, but I think there are some elements of it that on rewatch are not as fantastic the first time you see them. I completely disagree with all these people saying that the acting is awful. Like, what? These characters are perfectly portraying Gen Z characters. I mean, maybe if you just don't like Gen Z characters, that's why you hate the acting in this, but no, everyone's performance is great. I actually do like a lot of the characters, even though, you know, some of them are definitely meant to be insufferable. But no, there will be no spoilers about that, and no spoilers on Nope either, because I know that hasn't even come out for some people yet. So yeah, we won't be spoiling anything. But the biggest news, though, which Saw stuff, don't worry, we'll be talking about that too. We'll be talking about Terrifier, Halloween, anything you guys want. Just want to get through some of the craziest news, because literally as I've been live streaming with the Lethal Collective, there's just been so much crazy news, man. It's, oh my God, there was nothing like all weekend. There was barely anything. Like, I was kind of keeping up with it. I was driving around the country pretty much all weekend, but now it's all rolling out. It's crazy. We have ourselves a brand new set photo, which in my opinion has been the craziest set photo from Scream 6 for the past month. I think, honestly, this to me is one of the most exciting ones. We have Samara Weaving here, Tony Revolori, and Jasmine Savoy Brown on what I'm assuming is a FaceTime call with Chad. This just got tweeted out by the Scream account like minutes ago. We brought it up on the Lethal Collective stream. Few things to notice about this picture, though. A few takeaways from it. Jasmine Savoy Brown has completely different hair than when we saw her last. So I wonder if this is like a character thing, or maybe she's done filming and maybe she's just like hanging out with everybody. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely a lot of questions to surmise from this. Tony Revolori is just wearing like a pretty plain outfit, so I doubt he's playing Stab Richie. I think he would be wearing some kind of like plaid or button up, just like how Richie was, like, which is, you know, kind of an homage to Billy from the first movie. So I think if he was playing that character, like a lot of us think, that would be the case here. I really don't think that's gonna be the thing. Anyone can edit IMDb, and like everyone's theorizing about that. I don't think so. But the biggest thing to me, the most exciting thing, is we kind of have a little bit, like, I have a theory on what Samara Weaving's character could be. She is wearing a dress that is unbelievably, uncannily similar to Gale Weathers from Scream 1. And I will, if y'all are like, what the hell are you talking about, Jake? I will pull this up right now, because this is crazy to me. The uncanniness of how similar these two things are. So this is Gale Weathers from Scream 1. This is Samara Weaving in the new movie. It is the exact same color dress. Like, you cannot tell me that is not supposed to be an homage. No way. Like, I know, you know, different, you know, you got Gale Weathers wearing like more of a suit. What are those things called? I don't know. I'm not a fashionista. It's not why I'm here on the internet. I am a horror dude, I guess. But it's the same color. I mean, she's definitely playing a reporter. I would bet my bank account on it, dude. Like 100%. She's playing some kind of reporter character. Just look at it. Just look. I mean, this is clearly like a BTS shot. It's nothing like, oh yeah, she's definitely acting with that face guard on. No. But this is behind the scenes and all that. But man, I'm telling you, I think she's a reporter character, and I'm here for it, man. I think that would be a really cool decision. I really like that personally. But of course, I like to throw all of this crap at you guys. What do you guys think about Saw X, about Scream? I'll be doing a video on it tomorrow morning. I literally got back home from I literally got back home from driving around all weekend just this morning, and I took like a 6-hour nap. So your boy needs a bit of a break tonight. That's why I'm doing a live stream. But tomorrow I'll be doing a video getting into some deeper stuff on this. So. Not a FaceTime, so a Be Real picture shows the person taking it in the little square. Yeah, I'm just making a joke, that's all. What they're looking at, all the ones they've released look like that. Yeah, you are correct. Do you think Danielle Harris will return in Halloween Ends? I feel like we would have that confirmed. That's not like the biggest... It's not like, you know, like Danielle Harris is like, she's big from this franchise, of course, but I don't feel like that's like the craziest reveal. And I feel like if she is here, it's going to be like a Rob Zombie situation where she's not playing the same character again, but like she's back, you know? That's kind of my thinking. I don't feel like that's like the biggest, like, oh, hey, crazy reveal. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But maybe it's a big shock. She walks on screen and everyone's like, oh my God, because she's awesome. You know, I love her. So finally watched Nope. I literally cried, dude. That movie was great. I loved it. I think honestly, I feel like I like Nope better than Bodies, which is like, I don't know how, to me they're neck and neck, which I know is like hot take, but I really loved both films. What do we think? Do you think in Scream 6 they will kill off Sam or Tara? Definitely a possibility. I don't think, I said this before and I'll say it again. Don't think it's a controversial thing to say that people are going to die in a slasher movie. Anyone could die in this film, like absolutely anyone. So 100%. Oh yeah, yes. Well, I am a Harvard law student, as you can see. Oh, just kidding. Get wrecked, Zoe. I bought this shirt just so I can make that joke on stream. Had to do it. Funny stuff. So I've not seen the trailer, but I've read about this anthology series from Del Toro. It seems interesting. I'm down. I love his like visual style and just about everything he touches. It's great. So yeah, no, I'll check out the trailer. Like I said, I just got home at like 9 a.m. this morning. I drove straight home from Boston, Massachusetts, over the past 2 days, and I'm just like, woo! I got me a 5-hour nap in though, right before my streams today. So I'm feeling good. Jake's feeling good. Ugh. But how are you guys feeling? That's the real question here. Who cares about this silly guy pretending to be a Harvard law graduate? I care more about you guys. How's everyone else doing here? We got Extron Gaming here. What's up, Extron? How's it going? Popping the popcorn. Katie, what's going on? I'm just popping in to say hi. I'm at work. Well, you're popping a little more than... I'm not going to say that. That's so gross. You're popping popcorn. There we go. That's where that was going, and I'm not going to say any more than that. Katie, welcome. I know you're at work, but thank you for stopping by. Sphinx is here as well. Samara Weaving playing an actor who plays Gale. I don't think so, man. I'm done with the stab stuff. You know, we did it in the past 2 movies, like a lot. So we don't need another... we don't need another story, I think, with the stab stuff. I hope not. Hope that's not the case. I hope she's just another reporter. Her dress is an homage to the first Scream. And to me, what that shows is the fact that she's an up-and-coming reporter, just like how Gale Weathers was in Scream 1. She's wearing the same color dress. I feel like this to me is all homage towards that. Personally, that's what I think. I think it would be a little too much to have like characters from like a new Stab movie or something be main characters, or like not main characters again, but like to be featured so heavily throughout the movie, like just like Scream 2. It would be too close to me. We don't need to do that. Michael Parton though with the $5 super chat. Michael, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Jake, do you think Saw X will be a direct sequel to Spiral? No, so the very little things we know about Saw X, because it's nothing like, we don't really know too much about the film yet. I don't think it's going to be in canon with Spiral at all. I mean, I guess that, does take place in the same universe, of course, but I don't think it's going to be like a direct sequel. I don't even think we see the same characters. Chris Rock's not going to be in it, I don't think. But what we do know is that it's going to be a John Kramer story one way or the other. I'm kind of on the fence about this. I know a lot of people feel a certain way about it. Like everyone's like, oh, like some people really want to see John Kramer come back. They want to finish off the Hoffman story, of course. I'm kind of just like, I think just from a conceptual and marketing standpoint, it would just be better if they take the Spiral approach again, but with a better mystery. That's kind of just my opinion. I still really loved Spiral, though. I think it's really underrated, but I don't think it's going to be a sequel. But good question, though, I think that would be cool. I would love a Spiral sequel. I think that would be fun to watch. Chris Rock, Sam Jackson, Max Minghella, all amazing in that movie. I think they killed it, and the traps were great. Like that was the most exciting thing to me about that entire movie. It was like, they can still put out some really good and creative saw traps. This is awesome. So no, Spiral was a banger. I had my complaints about it, but no, it was great. How would you react if Mickey from Scream 2 went, aha, hiya, Sydney? Just like a certain sewer clown we all love hanging out in the drain. Is that, hiya there, Sydney? You wanna come down into the sewer and, yeah, I got some balloons for you. Yeah, no, I don't, I don't know. If Mickey shows up at the end of Scream 6, though, I'll lose my fucking mind. That would be hilarious. Juliana Smiler is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Saw is one of my favorite franchises. I'm so excited. Well, once again, just to repeat this, because I know we got some more people in here. Welcome, by the way. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. I'm just a lonely man who sits in his room all day and talks about horror movies. So the fact that so many of you want to come hang out with me means a great deal. I will say this just one more time. The Saw 10, the confirmed news we have is that it's coming out October 27th of next year. Real exciting stuff. Halloween release date. You know, your boy will be there for that. The 10th installment of the Saw franchise, and it's going to be directed by a franchise mainstay, Kevin Grudert, who has directed 2 of the films and edited the first 5 movies. So I think this is going to be a good choice. I know, he did the final chapter, which is most notably probably one of the worst ones, but he also did Saw 6, which in my opinion is my favorite. That's number 1 for me. Love Saw 6. I feel like that has to be one of the most underrated sequels of all time. It's smart. The traps are great. I don't know. What else do we got? Art the Clown about to tell the whole cast of Terrifier to rest in piss. That's hilarious. I really hope this new movie's brutal, by the way. Gotta get some Terrifier talk in there. I was feeling it. My whole drive home, I was really thinking about Terrifier 2. I don't know why. It was on the brain. I was like, man, I can't wait to see this movie. I didn't realize how excited I was for this one until like just kind of driving home and stuff. Like now that we're getting so close to it, it's coming out in October apparently. I'm so unbelievably excited for Terrifier 2. Oh! And, the other thing about this is it's got a special place in my heart because I've been covering Terrifier 2 since basically this channel's inception. I don't know, man. I'm really excited to see it. I can't wait. I'm really pumped. I can't wait. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be brutal. You're going to have some awesome kills. David Howard Thornton is just a treasure to watch. I mean, holy shit. I could just watch him eating a piece of cake and I would probably be entertained. So the guy's amazing. What he does with his facial expressions and all that. Oh, it's great. It's not a horror in the traditional sense, but Nathan Fielder's new show is messing with my poor head. So I fucking love Nathan Fielder. Everything that comes out, once again, another guy who just, everything that comes out of his mouth makes me crack up. Love him. I've heard about this, The Rehearsal. I would love to talk about this on my second page a little bit because it seems sick. I was hanging out with some buddies this weekend, Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times and Bob Hunt from Hunting for Entertainment, which, by the way, let me tell this story and then I'll shout out my channel members. That we were talking about this with one of their friends, Sierra, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I fucking love Nathan Fielder." So I'm so down for that. His Nathan For You is an unbelievably underrated show. Very silly if you have not seen it. Highly recommend. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be great. I'm excited for that one for sure. A true Saw film needs 3 things to be authentic. Tobin Bella's Jigsaw. I mean, you're right, but also at the same time, like, haven't we done like, what else can Jigsaw do at this point? Like, they kind of, to me, the last nail in the coffin with Jigsaw was quite literally when he died in 3. All the plot, like, some of the plot lines in like 4 through 3D or 4 through Jigsaw, I mean, even is just like, it gets a little convoluted sometimes. 6 works for me personally. I really liked 6, but like 4 and there's some, actually really like 5. 5's pretty cool, but there's some elements of it I don't love. But I don't know, man. I agree with you. I mean, Tobin Bell is fucking amazing as Jigsaw, but do we need another story with him? I don't know. It's tough. It's one of those things I got to see it to believe it. Like if it's badass and we have another story where either he's alive or it's something else he's set up post-mortem, I don't know, man. I got to see it first, I guess. But if they kill it, like if they knock it out of the park, I'm in. I'm not someone who's totally against bringing him back because, I mean, fuck, dude. Tobin Bell is Jigsaw. Fantastic. That voice is iconic. Charlie Closer doing the music, agreed, and Kevin Grutert behind the camera editing. Yeah, you know, I those last two for sure. I mean, Charlie Closer, I don't fucking know. He's amazing. All of the scores he does for movies are fantastic. I don't really like. I'm not really super familiar with Kevin Grutert's like other work besides the Saw films, but I can speak to Saw 6 being my favorite Saw film. So there's that. He directed that. There you go. That's the man. It's the man behind that. Gangster Bro is saying, can't wait for Terrifier 2. Jake, what is the craziest and most over-the-top kill you can think of for a horror movie? Mine is the slasher pushing his victim into an industrial fan. Oh my God. Yes, I love that. That reminds me of Llamas with Hats. I pushed him into a giant fan. Where? Hang on, I have a clip of that. That's so, I love Llamas with Hats is the
Why did you kill this person, Carl?
I do not kill people. That is my least favorite thing to do.
That's so good, man. Yeah, there's a Llamas with Hats with that joke. But for me, I think like I'm down for big crazy kills like that, but sometimes when it's a little more personal and it's just like a really upsetting death, that almost hits harder than anything. Even if it's like a knife kill and it's just like the dude staring him in the face or something, that can be really, really, really upsetting. But I'm trying to think like as of recent memory, what's the most disturbing thing I've seen? Oh, man. If you guys haven't seen Bone Tomahawk, I'm not going to describe this kill because it's so unbelievably upsetting. Very similar to Terrifier, too, if you know what I'm talking about. There's a certain kill in that movie that is the most upsetting and awful thing I have ever seen on screen, and I love it. Like, it's fucked up. It's very fucked up. Jay Shrey Way, I love that name, by the way. Do you collect classic horror on VHS? So I don't personally, but my brother has like a ridiculous, crazy VHS collection of old horror movies. He's got like a bunch of alternate covers for Friday the 13th and stuff. Like he's got a bunch of weird, like super weird stuff in his collection. So he's kind of he's the VHS guy. I like getting like all the new stuff and all that. Like I like these little pop figures too. I almost bought a Jason one this weekend. But yeah, the Terrifier hat. So what I'm talking about from Bone Tomahawk, by the way, is so there's a scene in that movie which, by the way, predates Terrifier. No diss towards the Terrifier people, I fucking love them, but there's a scene in that's very similar to the hacksaw kill in Terrifier. I personally prefer the Terrifier kill. I think that is a little even more brutal, but there's a certain kill in Bone Tomahawk that's kind of the same thing, and it is so ungodly upsetting. So crazy stuff. Could you imagine a horror version of Pokemon? That's just cockfighting, my dude. That's what it is, you know? I mean, I hate to burst your nostalgia childhood bubble there, but that's all it that's like the worst take on Pokemon ever. It's just cockfighting. Oh my God, that's funny. Saw the original blew my mind as it did everyone else's, of course. The only other time the franchise truly did this for me was Saw 4. Interesting. The fact it all took place while Saw 3 was happening was just brilliant. Okay, hey, the Saw 4 love I appreciate. I think that this franchise does that twist a lot. The first time it happens where it's like, oh, actually all of this happened before with Saw 2. And the franchise has since done it like multiple other times, like including Jigsaw and Saw 4. So to me, it's not like the craziest thing ever, but I don't hate Saw 4. I think it's good. I think it's a good movie. It's got some great traps too. The ice coming and smashing the dude's head. That's awesome. Great stuff. Saw 6's ending I love. I Saw 6 is so great. I don't know. To me, that's always going to be my favorite sequel. The traps are great. How it's written is brilliant. I think it's a commentary too, which is so unbelievably unexpected in your 6th entry in a franchise. I don't know. I love everything about it. I think it's great. What's up, Brian Phillips? What's up? Holy crap, your profile picture is insane. I love it. Hey, Jake, do you think Terrifier 2 is going to go into more of a supernatural direction, giving it a different vibe than the first one? Yes, and real quickly, Chrissy Blackwell, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. If that's a sticker, I unfortunately cannot see it, but regardless, I bet it's awesome. I bet whatever it is, it's banging. But yeah, no, with this though, a different vibe than the first one, absolutely. I feel like it's totally going to be a different movie. And yes, it will have a supernatural direction. We have Mr. Damien Leone, writer, director, makeup effects artist, editor. Holy shit, this man wears all the hats. He is saying that yes, there will be some kind of supernatural direction with this, some kind of supernatural entity that brings Art the Clown back to life. And that will actually be a prominent character in this movie, which is really, really interesting. I don't know how they're gonna go with that. You know, it's an interesting direction. I'm very excited for it. I mean, besides the ending of the first Terrifier, it's not really supernatural. So I wonder if that changes the overall tone in a different way, positive, negative. I'm not sure. But what I will say about Terrifier 2, one of the reasons I'm so highly anticipating it is it just seems so much more story driven, which if that first one had a crazier plot, in my opinion, that would be one of the biggest horror movies ever. It still is. I mean, it still is a huge cult classic. It's so different than everything else we have in the space right now. And I really do appreciate the film. So I think this one is going to be that movie. This is going to be one of those movies that is just like, it has a crazy storyline, brutal kills. It's going to be a slasher for the ages, I think, for sure. And I'm excited to see what they do with the supernatural direction, honestly. I think it's going to be cool. Mr. L with a $5 super chat. Mr. L, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. It means a lot. Do you think Terrifier 2 will tie into the Ninth Circle and All Hallows Eve? You know, that's actually a really good question, because I could see it doing that, because All Hallows Eve is much more supernatural than the first Terrifier, like almost entirely. So Art the Clown is like more powers. His eyes glow yellow at one point in the movie. So that's a good point. I could see it tying into those for sure. I feel like that's one of those things where I'm not like 100% sure if this film needs to do that, but if it did, with like a cool little Easter egg or something, I'd be down. I do appreciate the simplicity of the Terrifier movies, though. I really appreciate. I love how these movies don't have to do some kind of commentary or something. This is a movie that is powered by David Howard Thornton's just fucking electric performance in that first Terrifier. It's awesome. And I can't remember the guy's name from All Hallows Eve, but he's also good. He's also he kills it. But for me, David Howard Thornton is just it's just crazy awesome. So. Well, hey, we'll just have to see, man. I hope it does. That would be cool, but I don't think it needs to. That's what I'll say. Thank Mr. L once again, and to everybody, thank you all for the support tonight. I do appreciate it. That guy is here saying, do you think Enzo will return for season 5 of Stranger Things? I hope he does. I love Enzo. You know, what I'll say about Enzo is he's an interesting character. He definitely has room to improve and be a prominent character for sure. They have a lot of fucking crazy characters right now. That's my thing with season 5. They're talking about how they don't want to introduce any new characters because they wanted to focus on the core characters. This is the final season after all. And I appreciate that. I think that's okay. Stranger Things obviously has this approach to new characters where they make you fall in love with them all season and then just decide to kill them at the end. And I can spoil that. Netflix is around for everybody. Come on. I didn't say who. You've had plenty of time to watch it. Fight me. But yeah, man, Season 4, man, I still tear up a little bit at night thinking about that. Enzo still is alive though, so maybe, yeah, absolutely. I feel like the Russia stuff isn't done. Like I feel like we haven't seen the end of that. Enzo could be our vehicle, our catalyst to make that happen. I could see that being the case. Yeah, no, absolutely. And thank you so much, Lewis. I appreciate that. It was a pleasure meeting you, my dude. The pleasure is all mine. It was great meeting you at Monster Mania. It's Lewis. Did you sleep well? Nice to know you are an actual human. Come out again. Thank you so much, Lewis. It was a pleasure meeting you and just like everybody else. It's such a blast. But yeah, I kind of slept well. I slept that night. I slept in a hotel room with a bunch of other YouTubers. I slept on my buddy's floor. I slept on my buddy's apartment floor the next night. And then I just drove straight home. I left at about 7 o'clock Sunday night, and I just drove straight home. And I got a nap in just now, which I'll tell you what, one of the best naps of my life, Lewis. So, dude, it was a pleasure meeting you, though. Oh my God, it was just such a blast to have a conversation with you guys and everybody. I had a conversation with a bunch of people during Monster Mania. I wish I could have stayed the whole weekend. It was so much fun. I had a blast. So thank you for coming out and hanging out with me for a little bit. So I appreciate that. I will absolutely be at more cons when I can afford it. It was my first convention and it was just a blast. It was so cool. Such a great time. Talking with people, meeting people. It was so cool. I don't know. Had a great time. Good stuff. What's your opinion on the Silent Hill series? Great question, Dr. Aaron. This is one I don't get to talk about too often. First of all, why the fuck is there not a Silent Hill 3 movie? I think both of them are fantastic. And y'all can fight me on your opinion on Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 is a banger. I love both of those movies. They're great. They're both awesome. I would love to, I'll be honest with you. I've only played like one of the games and I can't even remember what, but the movies I love the movies. So Alejandro is saying, have you seen the video for Ice 9 Kills, the shower scene? Yes, I have. And Chelsea Rebecca is fucking fantastic in it. She looks super creepy. It's awesome. And there is a very gory kill at the end. Yes. No, that dude, everything Ice 9 Kills puts out, that is an instant click for me. They're a fantastic band. They're constantly collaborating with like horror icons and like Dead Meat and all these people. It's awesome. They're fantastic. I love their music. I talked about this before. I have a notebook from like my early days of high school where I was coming up with a concept album based off of different horror movie villains, and they did that before me. And you know what? Hey, that's fine. You know, that's totally, I'm not in any way upset about that. No, I'm totally kidding. No, that's awesome. They killed it. Did I get any pics with cosplayers? Yeah, I did. I got a picture with the Tar Man from Return of the Living Dead and Remake Jason, which I had to like upload them to show you guys. I put them on my Instagram though. So I walked out to get like a drink or something because like I've been to conventions before, like not horror conventions, but I've been to like public gatherings or like concerts and stuff. Drinks are always just so overpriced. So I was like, when we parked somewhere, there was a Dunkin' really close by. I'm like, I wonder if they're still open. So I walked over to the Dunkin', like right in the middle of the con, and and the door was locked. And I knocked on the door. I'm like, I did one of these. I'm like, please, I just want a tea or some bullshit. And the guy was like, no, sorry, man. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I used to kick people out of Chipotle too when I was closing there. So I get it. I understand. I kept beer in my car. Nice. See, that was my mistake. I should have brought something with me. Yeah, Marcus. So I was hanging out with Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times, and he like bought a drink, and I think he said it was like $7 for like a Coke or something. And I'm just like, yeah, your boy's broke, so I'm gonna go see if I can get some Dunkin'. Opposed to that, but that's funny. I should have done that. That was smart. Beer in the car. That's classic trick, Laura. But yeah, no, it was so much fun. I'm gonna try to carpool with my buddy to Horror Hound in September. I'm gonna do my best. I don't have any money, but like I would love to go there and just like meet more people. And that's so much close. Cincinnati's so much closer to me. This was a 9-hour drive going out to New Jersey, but it was a blast. It was worth every second. I had such a good time. Oh my God, that place was so cool. everybody was so into it. Like, I don't know. It was just like, being around, like it's great talking with people on a live stream about like stuff I love and like getting immediate responses. It's awesome. But to be in a room with people, like I just got into conversations with random people. I'm very social. I love talking with people, and being able to like just throw shit out. Like, oh yeah, Reanimator. I love that movie. Have you ever seen Bride of Reanimator? You know, you can just like talk about weird shit like that, and everyone's like knows exactly what you're talking about. It's great. It's awesome. Good stuff. What's up, Malik? What's up? I have a few good questions in the chat right now. Wow, you guys are going nuts. I love it. Malik is saying, "What's up, Jake? What's up, Malik?" Saying, "How soon do you think we get the Friday the 13th news Roy Lee talked about? October would be the perfect time." You do have a point there, but October would be a good time to drop this news. I really think that could be the time to do it. I could also see potentially the end of the year, like actually in December, when we're kind of past all of the big like horror news. There's a lot of horror movies coming out this October, which I'm so intimidated by. I don't know how I'm gonna cover everything, but I'm gonna do my best. But yeah, no, there's so much going on this October. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got that drop in October, maybe December sometime too. That could be the case. But he said before year's end, so we better not be lying, Roy. I'm watching you, dog. You can't say something like that and then not give us anything. So hopefully they give us some kind of news. We probably won't get a release date immediately, is my guess. I'm gonna say we get the announcement that they're in production, making something. Someone's probably writing a script right now, would be my guess. And then we get like confirmation on production in like October, December, like in between that area, I could see. So regardless though, I'm so excited to see Jason killing people again. Who isn't? Who wouldn't be excited by that news? Oh, I'm pumped. And Lewis with another $5 super chat. Lewis, thank you. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Can you start something so we can sponsor you to come out to more like a GoFundMe as a thank you to your great content? Thank you, man. That really means a lot. I would have gotten you a photo op. Well, thanks, man. That really does mean a lot. Yeah, maybe I just feel like I don't know. I don't want to sound like, I feel like that would make me seem really full of myself, you know, but I do like appreciate that so much. I would love to so badly go out to like Horror Hound, like I said. I really wanted to get a photo op too. There was a moment where I'm kind of standing out of so Jamie Kennedy and Matthew Lillard were in the same room, and there's a moment where Friday night I'm kind of just standing there and I was waiting for people to like kind of move out of the way, and I got to see Matthew Lillard's face, which was like just so cool. Yeah, I would absolutely love to. I would love to. Yeah, I would. I don't know if I would do something like that though. I would just feel weird. I'd feel maybe a little uncomfortable starting a GoFundMe just so I can go to a horror convention. But I would love to do more of these cons. I would go to all of them if I could. Holy shit, yeah, it was so much fun. I would do that all the time. So, but hey, regardless, Lewis, that means a whole lot. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And Mephiles the Dark. I'm gonna guess. You know what? Shadow the Hedgehog. There we go. Hey, KillJoy Jake. I really have a question for you, and I already asked it twice. I wanted it answered. I got persistent. I like it. My question for you is, and this is off topic, what is your personal opinion on? I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna be completely honest. If you're talking about yourself, I like your profile picture. That's all I know about you, good sir. But yeah, that's I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna be completely honest. So I watch it be something like awful too, and the people are just like taking this out of context. They're just like, Jake, why would you talk? I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. Don't yell at me. I don't know. T. Barker Evans is saying, I'm actually indifferent about the Friday the 13th franchise. They're a bit fun, but too repetitive. That's fair, but I don't know. I've come to really appreciate that. I just want to see Jason Voorhees killing people. You know, I'm not asking for much. Not asking for much. Sean S. Cunningham, Victor Miller. Come on, guys. Just have him run around. What? Look at the little guy. Look at him go. Larissa is saying, hey, Jake. What's up, Larissa? Saying, are you excited for a new Jason Voorhees movies? But will it be Hockey Mask Jason or Pamela Voorhees? That's actually a good question. Do you think the directors will work together? I hope so. We need more Hockey Mask Jason. Well, just like how many have speculated, they could make a movie where it's just Pamela Voorhees and baby Jason running around killing people. But like, that's just not what the franchise is known for. Like, I think that the first Friday the 13th is honestly one of the worst ones in the entire franchise. It's probably one of the only big horror franchises I can say that about. Oh, and The Purge too. Hot take. Like I think the first one is like my least favorite probably. But yeah, hot take. Most people won't agree with that. But with Friday the 13th, man, like the third movie is when you get your killer running around with the fucking mask for the first time, and that's how we know him as hockey mask wearing Jason. That doesn't even happen until the third movie. Like that's completely insane. No other franchise is like the Friday the 13th franchise. It's a very crazy, like history-filled franchise that made a lot of awesome decisions with every movie. That to me is why it has so many films. That's why there's 12 of those movies, because of how they did things differently. People constantly call it repetitive, which I do agree with. The formula of it is quite literally the same fucking thing every single time. Sometimes it's in space, summer camp, Manhattan, remake land, whatever, but it's pretty much the same thing every single time. But the one thing that's so important is they change one big element almost every single movie. There's either, if it's not a final girl, you have like Tom Matthews being like the final guy in like part 6. Like there's a bunch of big things they change. There's the Carrie final girl in part 7. I think her name is Tina off the top. It's been a long time since I've seen the Friday the 13th movies. I gotta watch those again, actually, since we're probably gonna get some Friday the 13th news. I gotta do a little refresher. But they do. My point is, they do something where they just alter it just enough to get you to the theater. Every single time. We need hockey mask Jason running around doing something where it's just ever so slightly different. Just give us a little bit of something that's different. I'll be satisfied. I'll take it, because that's what this franchise has done so well. So, and Billy the Puppet got Shudder. Here we go. After you talked about it on your streams, what should I watch first? Well, I'll tell you what. A lot of banging stuff on Shudder. Let me tell you. Here's the best part about Shudder. I can confidently on a live stream just pull up Shudder. I bet I can scroll through it for 2 minutes and be like, oh yeah, here's like 3 things that you should totally watch. Like I'm just gonna go through my list. The Reef sequel is on there exclusively. Mad God is fantastic. I watched that recently. That's Phil Tippett's animated movie. That was pretty sick. Head Count's a great movie. A lot of their originals are fantastic. They have a Sadako versus Kayako movie, which is like, I haven't watched it yet. It's been on my list for forever, but I bet it's super silly. Possum is a fucking banger. Possum is one of the most underrated horror movies of all time. Super terrifying film. They also have some like the old classics on there too, like some Dario Argento movies. They got Deep Red. The Changeling is on there too, which is a great movie. Salem's Lot, Cat's Eye, bunch of Stephen King. The McPherson tape, which I watched for the first time recently, which actually pretty good. Really early found footage flick. I enjoyed that. Psycho Gorman is fucking awesome. Color Out of Space. I can keep going. Like, I know some people are like, okay, Jake, stop listing movies. We get it. I could keep going. Shudder has a fucking phenomenal catalog. I'm not even sponsored by them, and I'm talking about this. They probably won't sponsor me at this point because of how frequently I talk about them. So there's a bunch of good stuff on there. Whatever you're feeling, they got something for you. I'll shut the fuck up about Shudder. I'm sorry, but I get real excited. Tenembre's on there too. There you go. Yeah, some good stuff. Go back to Sack-Headed Jason. Hell yeah. I love Sack Jason is one of my favorites. They had the Sack mask at they had the Sack mask at the convention. I almost thought about buying it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just kind of a sack, but I was like, that'd be kind of cool though. They also had the Frozen mask from Jason X, which was like so fucking cool. I was like really considering that too, but $60, so probably not gonna do that. And yeah, no, I agree with you there. The Forever Purge is absolutely the worst in that franchise, but the first Purge, honestly, would be next for me. I like all of the other Purge sequels more than that original. So, hot take, man. Hot take, I know. Purge sequels go hard, though. Some of those are good. Those middle movies are great. The latest one, you can skip. I don't know. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I don't know. I just don't know Sonic stuff that well, dude. I'm sorry. His one goal was to destroy all of time and space. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've seen the movies. That's all I really know about Sonic. But controversial Sonic game of 2000. Like, you would have to ask my buddy Matt about that. Matt is an expert when it comes to video games. I was on a call with him driving home from Monster Mania this past weekend. He lectured me on the Final Fantasy franchise, which I've never played a single one of those games. I know nothing about it. And I asked him, I'm like, can you just kind of give me a rundown of it? Like, I don't know anything about this franchise. He's like, oh, dude, like, I'll tell you. He told me like everything there is to know about Final Fantasy, and I'm just like, oh shit. It was so much. I'm not exactly the sponge brain, so I didn't exactly soak up everything. But yeah, no, I mean, it seems really cool. I love me some video games. I don't have time to play them, which is so unfortunate. I'm getting into the Tomb Raider games right now, though. I might try to play some of those old school Sonic games, though, for sure at some point. Wow, we got a lot of good stuff. We got a lot of good stuff in the chat. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I love hanging out with you guys. How is Red Right Hand doing? Says Mystic Cyanide. Sick name and sick profile picture. I love it. Love it. Red Right Hand is doing good. We're doing the rest of the reshoots this week. Then we should just be completely done filming stuff. So you guys will see content on this page tomorrow, like a bunch of content tomorrow. It's going to be disgusting how much I post tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be a maybe because we're doing a bunch of pickup shots that day. And I'm doing a stream with Carrie. If you guys know Carrie Crave Cinema, doing a stream with Carrie on Thursday, talking a little bit about bodies. I'm so against doing spoiler streams because I don't want people to hop in and like hear something. I have to talk about bodies. And Carrie is also super excited to talk about it, so I'm like, fuck it, let's get on a stream and talk about it. There will be spoiler warnings for Thursday's stream, no worries. And then the 19th, I'm doing an Orphan First Kill thing, but. Yeah, that was a really long-winded answer, sorry. But just gave you my schedule for the week. Oh, and also, Patreon supporters, you guys get 2 videos this weekend because holy shit, I had no time to do that Cloverfield video last week. So, Cloverfield and Cloverfield Paradox videos coming tomorrow, probably, or 2 days from now. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so Red Right Hand's doing fun. We're doing great. We're probably gonna really start the editing process in 2 weeks. Like that's when we're really gonna get down and dirty with the editing. That's a gross thing to say, but yeah, I'll probably have a trailer first week of September. We're still on track to do that. The whole like timeline is still good for now. I have a lot of work to do in the next 5 days or so, and I'm still pretty wiped out from the weekend. But hey, you know what? That's life. That's life. That's life. This is not a song. I'm just singing bullshit right now. You know what I'm saying? People are clicking off this. They're like, this guy's going completely insane. What the fuck? Mike Warner is saying, I don't know how part 4, the final chapter, isn't everyone's favorite Friday film. I love part 4 is fantastic, man. It's awesome. Definitely one of the like top 3 easy for me. Love part 4. I think for the longest time that was my favorite. 2 is probably my favorite though. Structurally, that one's just like so cool. I don't know. If part 2 had I like the sack head though. I actually really do. I don't know. I love part 2 is probably my favorite, but I really love the majority of them. The Jason Goes to Hell is the only one where I just don't like it, but the rest of them are great, man. It's good stuff. Lewis again with the super chats. Holy crap, man. Thank you for the support, my dude. I appreciate that. If a group of people were willing to fund a weekend Stab-a-thon gathering and fund it, would you and others be down? If so, who else in the chat would help? Yeah, I would do something like that because it's not like, I don't know, man. I just don't want to do a GoFundMe just asking people to send me to a horror convention. Don't get me wrong. I want to go to more horror conventions, but, I don't know. Like, I just don't. I'd feel like a jerk doing something like that. But that could be cool. That could be dope. We all hang out, watch Scream movies, do a Stab-a-thon, but with all 5 of the Scream films, maybe even all 6. By the time that comes out, that would be dope. I'd be down for that actually. That would be sweet. I would love to do some kind of meetup like that. It would be kind of difficult to set up. And I don't know how many people are close to Ohio, but I would love to set up some kind of meetup like that. That'd be sick. Absolutely, dude. I would help fund it. Yeah, no, for sure. That would be sick. Once the other thing, Lewis and everybody on this page right now, once we're done with this movie, we got that coming out, obviously, which I'm so excited for. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Once that's done, I'm going to start doing crazier things with the content on here, which we're already going to start implementing this month. On the 31st, I have a big video essay that I've been working on all month that's going to be talking about like a bunch of weird horror topics. I'm going to do it at the end of every single month. It's going to be like the craziest videos on these pages, really in-depth reviews of stuff, or like talking about a certain time in horror. The content on here is going to get a lot crazier in the future. But you know, with making a movie, it's tough. It's a lot of work. So I won't be able to do too many crazy things this year, but I want to start dipping my foot in like long-term content. I mean, so there's going to be some crazier events and streams and stuff in the future. I just don't have the time to plan them as of right now. But next year is going to be, I already got some stuff in the works that y'all are going to go nuts for. So I think it's going to be good. Something like this would be badass though. I'd be down. Maybe after Scream 6 comes out. Lewis, thank you for your support, man. I appreciate it. Dang it, Bobby. Quit whacking off in my tool shit. I don't do it that well. Hank, but I appreciate it. I still have not gotten the fucking clip from that. Still haven't gotten it, but I do have this animated one for y'all.
Now I hear you're hungry for a snack, and Chester Cheetos got your back.
Okay,
That's so awful. Every time I see that, it cracks me up. Goddamn. Kia's saying just thought Bodies was solid. Just thought it was solid. I was unbelievably impressed by it. The marketing, I can't say that. So no spoilers in the chat, obviously. Some people have unfortunately can't see it where they're at. So no spoilers, but all I'm gonna say is the marketing was genius, the twist was genius. Everything about that movie just was mind-blowing to me. I really was like, I sat there I only do this with movies that really speak to me, and I just sat there and I kind of just took in the credits, like just kind of watching it. I was like, wow, this is fucking crazy. This is awesome. I don't know, man. Banger. It was a banger movie for me. I know a lot of people didn't love the performances. I think that's just because a lot of people don't like a lot of people don't like Gen Z people. I guess this is that's my takeaway from why people didn't like the performances. I think they nailed it for playing like rich kids who are snorting coke and stuff and all that. But I don't know. That's just me. So Carter Scotland Allen with a $5 super chat. Carter, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can't stay long. Just posted my Bodies BBB review and got to push out my Halloween film reviews. You're killing it, man. But if Jake's streaming, I got to say good soup. I appreciate that and the good soup comment. I appreciate that a whole lot. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. And thank you for being a Patreon supporter, which, by the way, I still have yet to thank some of my patrons. I have to upload a photo of all the new people because I got even more people are signing up for the KillJoy cult, which is always fun and a good time. We drink a lot of Kool-Aid here, so make sure to drink the Kool-Aid. It's a good time. So here's some of my patrons. Just want to thank you guys so much. I know we're an hour into the stream, but you know what? You guys are the best. Seriously, I could not do this page without you guys. You guys are awesome. Just some of my Ghostface tier patrons there. Kirsten, sorry your name was cut off right at the bottom. We took care of it though, no problems. Thank you guys so much for being supporters. Also, if you're a new supporter, I do want to shout out some of my new supporters real quick. Scorpio YouTube just became a Ghostface patron. Thank you so much. Or YT, maybe that's not reference to YouTube. Locked just upgraded to Jason tier, and Brandon Meacham, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, just became a Freddy tier supporter. Holy crap, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Jason tier patrons once again. Just wanted to shout out these people. You guys are awesome. Have I said awesome enough yet? Probably. Freddy tier patrons, you are in fact not awesome. You are amazing. There we go. Another A word for you. Thank you guys though. Your support, it means so much. So thank you. Y'all are the best. Jesus, I'm an hour late. Oh, that's okay. So don't worry about it. Hank Hill showed up, and that's what matters. Oh man, Tammy doesn't want to drink the Kool-Aid. Come on. It'll be fun. Oh man. Tammy. Oh my God. Tammy's my biggest supporter, guys. Holy crap. Tammy, thank you so much. Holy crap, you're the best. Tammy, thanks for joining the stream and supporting my channel. I appreciate it so much. Your amazingly long comment was awesome. I tweeted about it. It was great. That was like the best hate comment I've ever gotten in my life. That was like a 10 out of 10. Good stuff. Thanks for your support, Tammy. I appreciate it so much. You're the best. You are really helping my channel grow. That means so much. We had thunderstorms in Ireland. I think you sent them from Ohio. I'm so sorry about that. That's clearly my fault. I'm so, dude. Like, regardless, I appreciate you coming to my streams. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm always just like, C name. Thanks for coming to the streams. I'm so sorry about all the I'm so sorry about all the thunderstorms out in Ireland. Do you guys get a lot of rain out there? This is like a really weird question. I know this is like not horror related at all, but do you get a lot of rain in Ireland? I don't know why. I'm just curious about that. Like, I feel like yes is the answer, is like the obvious answer, but I don't know. I don't know why I don't know that. Like, I feel like that's one of those things like, oh yeah, of course they get a lot of rain in Ireland. Like, you think about like the UK, it's raining a lot. I don't know. Maybe I don't know, man. I'm just your boy's a little crazy. At the Scream Q&A, David Arquette said he still thinks Stu is alive and will be back at Monster Mania. Dope. I wish I could have stayed for that. That would have been insane. I would love, like I said, you know, I don't think it's that insane to say that Stu is alive. We already proved that, hey, it's totally possible. You can survive the TV hitting your head. So that's entirely possible. But I would be like, I'd be down for that. That'd be fun. I think it's really funny that David Arquette said that. And hey, he was attached to the project. You know, he was attached to Scream 5. He worked with Radio Silence, all those, and the writers as well, you know? So, hey, maybe he knows something. I'm just saying. Culpa in. Okay, it's Culpa in. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I was like, I keep looking at that and I'm like, I cannot tell what it is. Culpa in. I'll remember that. And yes, it rains constantly. Burning questions, getting burning answers. Perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All aboard the Stew train. Stew. Yeah, baby. Let's get this rolling. Let's get this. Where's this stew? Here we go. That tongue. Like, what's he doing with that tongue? I love it. It's so funny. Would it be cool if I made a horror movie about a killer TV or television that kills people? Yes. I would watch that in a heartbeat. Is it an original story concept and something different? Yeah, absolutely. That's something original and different. Yeah, go for it. That would be awesome. that would be sick. Would it be? For a second, I thought I misread that. I was like, wait, did I read that wrong? Yeah, no, that's hilarious. Have you guys ever seen Rubber? Rubber's hilarious. It's like, it cracks me up. It's just like a tire that kills people. Oh my God. So funny. Funny stuff. I would love something like that though. That'd be great. What's up, Mizzy? What's up? Tammy, you're cracking me up, Tammy. This is so fun. You've got, let me just read this. Oh, if you don't know, Tammy, everybody, Tammy's my #1 supporter. She loves my content so much, leaves me long paragraphs, which helps my content get thrown into the algorithm. She's the best. You've gotten a very long hate comment last year from me on you liking that garbage Halloween movie, dude. Did you care to read it? No. Well, you don't really know that, Tammy, I guess. You know, you don't really know that. Maybe I just think your opinion is trash. You know, that could be it too. I don't know, but regardless, though, Tammy, you being here supporting my content really throws into the algorithm, really helps me out. So thank you. Thank you so much for all that support. I'm so happy you're helping build my channel where I apparently give trash opinions. I appreciate it. Have you watched Murder Drones on Glitch Productions YouTube channel here on YouTube? If not, I do recommend. You recommend it? Okay. I was like, wait, is that something else? Very good, very much worth your time. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Murder Drones on Glitch. I've never even heard of Glitch Productions before. That's cool. Glitch. I'm writing it down right now. I'll absolutely check this out. It sounds like giving me analog horror vibes. Maybe. Glitch Productions. I'm just gonna write that down because that sounds sick. I watch a lot of Kane Pixels. Kane Pixels does all the backroom stuff. It's awesome. Oh my God, it's so good. Great stuff. New subscriber. Thank you so much, man. New subscriber to the channel, but I'm close to Ohio. Would love to collab someday. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, for sure. I love having people on. I love having people on. So absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm dying of laughter right now. Tammy, if you hate my content, stop supporting me. Oh my God. You are like, being here is so much help to me. So thank you. Clearly you don't think my content is trash if you're here supporting me. Leaving me live chats, which once again helps me throw. This is unbelievably silly. If you hate my content, you should just ignore my page entirely. Like that would be the best case scenario for me, for you. I mean, which is so silly, man. Tammy is actually a hater, yes. But she is my number one fan because she indirectly supports me, which is so unbelievably funny. I'm like, what do you want me to say? Like, if you think my content's trash and you're supporting me, who's the real idiot here? I don't know. So funny. But regardless, I do appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you so much for your support, Tammy. And Carter, thank you for your $5 super chat. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Well, Carter, we gotta get on another stream sometime. I love talking with you, man. And thanks for all the support, dude. I know Carter, by the way, has an amazing channel. Make sure to subscribe to him. He did just put out a Bodies review too. So there you go. And holy crap, here we go with another one. If you think Jake is trash, Tammy, then you're gonna hate my page. Oh, Carter, Tammy will be one of your supporters too. See, like it's awesome. It's fantastic. So that's so funny, man. Carter, thanks for the support, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. The reason we didn't see Stu for so long is because his parents were very mad at him and graded. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're trying to say for that. The reason we haven't seen. Oh, okay. Sorry, cogs are turning. So we haven't seen him because his parents are mad at him and made him stay with them for 30 years. Hey, listen, he could be hiding somewhere. Just saying, it's entirely possible. Entirely possible, Mr. Rick. Mr. Rick, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. How was my weekend? My weekend was phenomenal, Tid. I had a blast. I was hanging out with a bunch of people at this horror at Monster Mania. It was a blast. I had a really good time. It was just so much. I met so many cool people too. Like I met people who were like were coming up to me and were just like, oh hey, like what's up, man? I'm like, oh, what's up? And yeah, I love meeting people. I love taking pictures with people. It was just so cool. I wish I could have met like Matthew Lillard. I really wanted to get a picture with him. Yeah, your boy's just little under there with the old cash right now. But next year I'm gonna meet him. I'm gonna do it. I got to see his face. That's what matters. Oh, Kia, the answer to this is gonna break your heart. Man, I think Bodies did things that Scream 5 could only dream of, which is like hot take. Man, here's what I'll say. I like the characters in Scream 5 better, but Bodies structurally and how it was written was just so much better. That I can't talk about it. I don't want to spoil it because it's truly not something you should spoil. So BBB baby. Good stuff. I know. I'm so lucky. I have the best people here. It's great. KillJoy, Jake's cat. That's not that. Oh, that's Church from Pet Cemetery, I think. Meow. I'm so glad Church is here. My cat is here, guys. This is awesome. That's great. No, another meow. Good comments. Good solid comments. I love it. Did you take any videos at Monster Mania? I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna vlog the whole thing. Like I was gonna take a bunch of pictures and like videos and stuff. And I like genuinely forgot. Like I took a bunch of pictures with people, which did I post them actually? Man, can't remember if I did or not. But I tried to post a bunch of pictures and like that's really all I got. I didn't really get any videos because I kind of forgot. So. But yeah, next time I go to a con, I'll try to vlog it a little more. But it was my first time ever going to a con. I was just looking around. I was like, this is amazing. Oh my God. There was so much cool merch and like posters and stuff. I got some zombie socks. What else did I get? I got zombie socks and I got a shirt that says directed by Wes Carpenter, which is hilarious. I'm like, oh, this is great. And I think the best part about that shirt was I wore it the next day in Boston and I was I'm really social. Like I said, I love meeting. I love just meeting people. So I walked, like I went up to a bunch of these people at like a bar and like we ended up going back to their place and playing like a bunch of board games and stuff. And I'm wearing the shirt that says directed by Wes Carpenter. And they're like, oh yeah, man, like Wes Carpenter, great director, dude. And like, there was a part of me that's like, I should tell them, but I decided not to, and I just played along with it. So I was like, "Oh yeah, Wes Carpenter, man. You know, he did like he did In the Mouth of Madness and Scream. Like I love all of his stuff. It was so funny. It was hilarious. hilarious stuff. BBB is greater than 5 cream. Wow, I need to see it. No, definitely check it out. See, I'm a sucker for a good twist, though. That's my thing. I'm a sucker for if you do something different that is like so frowned upon, so like, ooh, what could this be? So, you know, Tammy, I could block you, but I'm just having too much of a good time with this. This is so unbelievably funny. Here, look, this guy right here, this is who she's talking about, everybody, is the guy who thinks Blumhouse has done anything significant with Halloween and thinks Halloween Resurrection was not entirely at fault from Jamie Lee Curtis, which I am clearly ignorant of. Yes. God, I'm such a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I would block Tammy, and like if there's any mods here, don't because like I just want to see how crazy this gets. But Tammy, your support is unmatched. It's amazing. Good stuff. Do you think Prey made the Predator be seen as scary again? That's a really good question. I have a take on this. I feel like the aliens have kept that horror factor while the Predator lost it over the years. I completely agree. I feel like Predator in a lot of senses is arguably not even horror. You know what I mean? Like it is, but I feel like it leans more towards like sci-fi action kind of adventure. That first movie definitely has a little bit of that. Definitely has a little bit of that aspect to it. But like Prey actually has some scary moments. There's some kills that are genuinely just like, holy fuck, like this is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. It was definitely scarier than like all the sequels. I'll say that for sure. Predators really isn't scary to me. It's much more action, sci-fi adventure. The Shane Black movie is the Shane Black movie, and Predator 2 is. I don't think it's scary. I think it has some cool scenes to it, but yeah, I don't know. I agree with you though. It was the first I was really impressed by it for a few reasons besides like all the really cultural significance to it. That was really cool. I love Amber Midthunder's performance is fucking phenomenal. One of my favorites in a horror movie all year. But it was also, it had that little bit of a scary touch to it. It was set up much more like a horror movie opposed to some of the other sequels, which is a big plus for me. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Malik. That's a really good comment. I wish I would have talked about that in my review. Honestly, that's a really good observation. I love that. Kane says his favorite is still Nope, then Scream 5, then Bodies, Watcher, and They Slide. Man, that's a list right there. Hey, you know what? I appreciate it though, Kane. Good stuff. I appreciate the Watcher love, by the way. The Watcher love is much appreciated. It was a good film. It didn't do anything like super crazy, but I enjoyed it though. It's good stuff. Bodies was all right. The twist was kind of funny. Let's not talk about it though. We don't want to spoil nothing, Mizzy. But yeah, that's I can't like I want it. You have no idea how badly I want to talk about it. I won't say anything. So. How was it meeting Nightwatch after working with him for so long? It was amazing. It was so cool. I met him and Coriander. They are just the nicest people. I loved hanging out with them so much. I was like, it was weird. Like I wanted to talk to him more, but I was genuinely just like, I was like a kid in the candy store. I was just walking around just like, oh my God. Oh, this is so awesome. Holy crap. So, but yeah, no, it was really cool to meet him. I would love to meet the rest of them. So. Oh man, I'm just reading comments. It's funny stuff. I highly recommend the movie They/Them. Just Them. It's a French extremity home invasion horror thriller, and the people who made The Strangers got inspiration from it. Oh, okay. I that sounds really familiar. I've never seen it before, but I'll have to check it out for sure. It's just called Them. Gotcha. Did you know that George A. Romero wrote a movie script of Resident Evil? Hang on, because if they fucked that up. See, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I've never been the biggest fan of those Resident Evil movies just because they're so unbelievably different from the fucking games. But I'll have to do some research into that. That would be a great. I was just talking about how I would love to do a video talking all about all about like weird horror topics. I want to do that every month, and this would be something I would want to talk about. What would George A. Romero's Resident Evil look like? I bet it would be a million times. Like listen, no offense, but I bet it would be a million times better than Paul W.S. Anderson's movie, which is just it's just not Resident Evil. Like I think they're a solid series on their own, but they're just not Resident Evil flicks. They have some elements of the games and all that, but that's kind of it. So I don't know. It's my thing. Carter Scotland Allen with the $10 super chat. Holy crap, man. Thank you, Carter, for the support. I appreciate it. Carrie plus I have a collab video releasing tomorrow. Nice. Discussing why BBB had to end that way and why it works. Let me know if you want to do a stream ranking all 8. Oh, ranking A20. Oh, absolutely. I'm there. Dude, I'm there. Absolutely. Dude, I would love to do like a top 10 A24 horror. That would be sweet. You know, with this movie coming out, I should do that video. I would love to do a stream doing that too, but man, that would be a fun video to make. I'd love to do that. Oh, Sophia wants me to tell you to say hi. Oh, thank you so much. Sophia was so much help working on the movie. We can't talk about what we were doing, but Sophia was so much help. She did such a great job. She's amazing. Juliana, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a whole lot. Chrissy, thank you so much. The Tammy-tainment. Danger-tainment. Tammy Danger-tainment. That's so funny. Chrissy, you know what, Tammy? This is where we can agree. I think, you know, we've burned a lot of bridges together, Tammy, and we've had our differences. You feel very strongly about Blumhouse, and I feel very strongly the other way. But this is one thing we can agree on. Chrissy is an absolute rock. She kills. She's awesome. She's the best. Chrissy, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that on behalf of Tammy-tainment. Jake is a legend. Nah, you're a legend. Thank you for watching the stream. I appreciate it. I'm scared about spoilers in the chat. Well, let me throw up this banner real quick because we ain't trying to spoil nothing here. So just a reminder, and I hate to sound so aggressive because try not to be too aggressive. I try to be more friendly on this page. I don't like being mean, Jake, but sometimes we have to because listen, we ain't trying to spoil stuff here. You see that at the bottom? You will be blocked if you spoil stuff. So please don't do that. Or, I'll have to send you a copy.
I'll send you a copy.
Don't want to do that. So don't spoil stuff in the chat. It's not why we're here. We're here to be excited. We're here to be excited about horror films, talk about horror films. That's why we're here. So no spoilers. But regardless, I will be doing a spoiler chat, which once again, there'll be a big, massive fucking banner saying hey, spoilers for Bodies Ahead. Don't click on this if you haven't seen it. But I will be laughing at comments. But yeah, me and the Carrier are going to do a spoiler stream on Thursday talking a little bit about it. So only check that out if you have seen it. So Resident Evil, Biohazard, or Village. Oh, this is tough. I just started playing Village. I got 5 minutes into it, but I have played all of Biohazard. I've seen some gameplay of Village. I do really like it. I think it's cool, but Biohazard feels to me much more like a Resident Evil game than Village does. I'm sure it's fun, and I know there's a twist. I know it all kind of goes back to Umbrella somehow. But I feel like Biohazard fits in the timeline more, where Village just kind of seems like a Wolfenstein game almost randomly in this franchise. Once again, I don't really know the twist. I know it somehow is connected to Umbrella or something, but yeah, I don't know. So, but yeah, I do I love the gameplay for both those so far is fantastic. I really love playing both games. So. Somebody give Tam. Oh my god. I'm playing Resident Evil 3 Nemesis right now. That is one of my all-time favorite video games. Such a banger. The 3 remake is also really fun too. That original is so cool. So no, good stuff, John Smith. Hell yeah. Biohazard greater than Village. For what I know about Village, I agree. I really Biohazard's just awesome though. It's just a really fun horror video game though. Oh, it's a good one. What is something you like seeing in a slasher film? Asked Francisco Angel. I'm for slasher films, it's really tough nowadays to make a good slasher film, to make something that breaks the mold. When it does, it breaks out. Like, look at Happy Death Day from kind of recent memory. Freaky is a good example, both done by the same guy. It has a very different tone than everything else you've seen. And that to me is so important when it comes to a good slasher film. You have to do it differently these days because there are so many fucking slasher movies. I'm to the point where I'm kind of like almost sick of them. But if you do it differently, if you twist it just a little bit, you make it different somehow, I will be there. I'll check it out. So that's kind of my opinion on slashers. If you can do something that has never been done before, I will watch it for sure. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, but that would be a reason for me to actually go check it out. If you're just going to make a movie about a guy killing people in the mask, that's just not enough nowadays because we've seen that so many times in the 80s. You got to throw a little bit of different tone, a different kind of character types, different setting, something along those lines. There's this movie coming out called Margot. Perfect example of doing something differently. The execution doesn't look like it's going to be great, but it's a slasher movie where the house is actually killing people. Like, so that to me is like, okay, hey, that's different. Cool. I'm down to see it. Basically Monster House for adults. And like, okay, hey, conceptually cool. I'll check it out. So can we do a live stream soon? I'm always trying to get more people on here. Absolutely. I would like to do I like doing live streams with other people, like meeting them first before I have them on my channel, just like a personal thing. So yeah, let's talk sometime, Easton, and we'll get on. We'll do something. That'd be great. Absolutely. Easton, I appreciate your support as a channel member, by the way, too. Thank you. John Smith is saying Resident Evil Village is a masterpiece. Oh, nice. Big titty vampire lady. No, I'm just kidding. But I remember seeing all the trailers for that. The memes for that were like impeccable. So funny. Very, very funny stuff. Pre-ordered my DLC when it drops Halloween week. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play some of that. That would be sick. Marvin with the $2 super chat. Marvin, thank you. Can't believe that Saw will have 10 movies now. Isn't that fucking nuts? Like, this is a relatively newer franchise too compared to some of the other ones we talk about on this page. And the fact that there's going to be 10 movies from a franchise that started in the early thousands, that's pretty nuts, man. That's 10 movies in a relatively new franchise. Yeah, no, that's a big deal, Marvin. I'm so unbelievably excited for Saw 10. Like I said, I'll have a video tomorrow morning about it. I'm so excited. Oh God, it's gonna be sick. So, but yeah, Marvin, thanks for the $2 super chat, man. Like I said, I'll be giving a little better, like a little more detailed, thought out opinion when I'm not, on the spot live. I'll have some time to think about it, read that article a little better. So, how is that Red Left Finger movie coming along? A bust, I bet. Yeah, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's gonna blow. Tammy, you're killing my self-esteem. You're killing my self-esteem, Tammy. I don't even think I can bring out the movie anymore. I know. This is quality content right here. Mr. Rick is saying, I think that's what They/Them was trying to do, but I think they missed the mark. Yeah, I mean, I do agree with you there. I think that's why I was even interested in it in the first place, was because it did something. It was trying to do something different, but ultimately it just comes off as very distasteful and conceptually a big dumb decision is how I feel about it. Why would a bunch of people in the LGBTQ plus community want to watch something that is actually a real life trauma that they experience? Like, that's fucking awful. Like, I had someone who will remain anonymous actually message me after I posted a trailer reaction. They were like, dude, like, that was so triggering for me. Like, nothing against your content. I know it was just a trailer. But I wish you would have put a disclaimer before that. And I'm like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about that. So before I talked about it, I am going to do a review. Me and Jacob Browning talked about it at the convention. I will do a review of it at some point. But I feel like the biggest problem with that movie is the concept. It's just like, why people don't, I wouldn't want to watch that. I wouldn't want to, that's just an awful fucking thing to be talking about. And I get it's supposed to be like very, like a positive thing for like LGBTQ plus people, but it kind of defeats itself in the concept alone is like, that's the biggest problem with the film overall. And I think it has some also very distasteful scenes that I did not care for. I don't know, man. It's a weird movie. It's a weird film overall, but it's definitely one where it's not like just a trash movie, but it's one of those. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm cracking up. too skinny, too white, bug-eyed, no thanks. That's so funny. You know, who doesn't like these peepers? These peepers are really work with the thumbnails, I'll tell you what. So I'm blessed with my big eyes. That's so funny. Hellbent from the early 2000s. Did you ever see that? No, I haven't. I haven't seen that. Okay, I'll have to check that out though. There's an entire I have yet to check. I've been so busy, you know, there's so many movies I want to watch. There's an entire section on Shudder that's just like LGBTQ plus movies. And I've been meaning to go through some of those because I'm just curious. I want to expand my knowledge of that. But yeah, no, I would want to check that out. So I'll check that one out. And I like I said, there's an entire section on Shudder. If you're looking for like actually good movies like that isn't they/them, go to Shudder, find that playlist. There's a bunch of really good movies in there that I've heard some good things about. And the one that's coming to mind, I can't remember the name of it, but I remember it was being advertised like very heavily last year. I think it came out last year on Shudder, I want to say. And I hear it's really good. Wow, the name of it is slipping me though. But yeah, I'd have to look it up. But I will say I know there's one movie off the top of my head that's like really high, has some high praise for it. LGBTQ plus movie. Check it out. Jake, are you a Hellraiser fan? What are your thoughts on the new Hellraiser film coming out with Jamie Clayton as Pinhead? I'm very excited for it. Looks dope. If you're unaware, like a lot of people don't know this, and that's why it's getting the criticism it's getting. In the book, Pinhead, the Hell Priest, is androgynous, which basically means like genderless. So you could really have him or her, whatever, be played by whoever. So Jamie, and because this is a more faithful adaptation to the book, Jamie Clayton is a great choice for Pinhead. It's not going to be the same thing over again. And this franchise has proven to us time and time again that you can't just keep doing the same thing. It's not going to work. Some of those Hellraiser sequels are rough, but I love the first three movies. Like the first three movies are masterful. It's a masterful horror trilogy in my opinion. I don't know. I really love all three. I know some people are not a big fan of Hell on Earth, but I love it. I think it's great. If you don't like Pinhead being given the Freddy Krueger treatment, which he's basically like cracking jokes and shit the whole movie. If you're not into that, I get it. It's a departure of how the character was in the first two films, but I think it's great. I don't know. I think it's a really fun movie. Easily has some of the craziest kills and scenes too in that third Hellraiser movie. I really do enjoy all of them, but I think the last two were really rough. But I think the original 8. Those all have something fun about them. They're not great movies, especially some of those last ones, but they're fun. But yeah, I do like the Hellraiser franchise. I'm very excited for this new movie. I think Jamie Clayton's gonna kill it. She's got the this is gonna sound like a diss, but I promise it's not. She has the look for a Cenobite. Like she has like the more sunken eyes, which you can do a lot more with makeup with. Look at Bonnie Aarons. Like she plays a bunch of crazy monsters and stuff. She kills it with that. She's amazing too. Massive shout out to Bonnie Aarons. But Jamie Clayton, I think, is gonna kill it. I can't wait to see the design, what they do with it, how they make it a little closer to the book too, because the book story is much different too to what I know about it. So, oh my God, it's Ghostface. I fucked it up.
Holy shit, it's Ghostface!
Jack Quaid does it better. There we go. We have a Ghostface in the chat. Welcome. A Scary Movie needs a revamp. Does it though? That's all I'm gonna say. Does it though? All right. No bully. Listen, Tammy hates me with a burning passion, but don't bully her. Don't. Or whoever this is. I don't know. Don't bully Tammy. I don't care. Like, I could absolutely give two shits if someone wants to come on my stream and tell me I'm a piece of shit or whatever. It's fine. Don't bully each other. I don't want to see that. Bully me if you want to bully somebody. But yeah, just to kind of go on a rant on some stuff on my mind right now with like horror news and all that. Once again, we were talking a little bit about, something we haven't talked about with Scream actually was, so we have this picture, obviously. If you're just joining the chat, we have a brand new set picture where it's Samara Weaving, Tony Revolori in their first set picture, finally on set with a bunch of other cast members here. You have Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding in these pictures as well. this is a big deal. This picture is a big deal because there's been a lot of rumors recently that maybe Samara Weaving is going to be playing a stab version of Sam. Tony Revolori is going to be playing a stab version of Richie. Now we can kind of see that that's not going to be the case here. They're all going to be on set together, working together. I also feel like Samara Weaving is wearing a costume that is very similar to Gale Weathers from Scream 1. It is the exact same color to a fucking T. I mean, I don't know how else, like look at this side by side comparison. Holy crap, that is the same color, man. It's a different kind of clothing, obviously, but Samara Weaving, I would bet a bunch of money on going to be a reporter in this film, would be my guess. I saw some people talking about how she might be the stab version of Gale. I kind of don't want that. I don't know. I kind of don't. I'm kind of done with the stab movies and all that, but I do think that it would be cool if she's playing some kind of like up and coming reporter, just like how Gale Weathers was in that first Scream movie. Maybe she's in the same boat, and maybe Gale Weathers is getting kind of insecure with her job position because of this new up and coming Samara Weaving reporter. I don't know. Could be something along those. And yes, I did see the Courtney Cox video, which was hilarious. I loved that. She has officially finished filming, which does kind of, I will say, kind of thwarts that theory a little bit. So it makes me question how they could do Samara Weaving with Gale Weathers, but also at the same time, maybe they already filmed all those scenes. This could be a set photo from like a week ago. We don't know. So that's the other thing. You're onto something with that, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, I just think that would be so cool. It would be so, I feel like it would be a massive missed opportunity too if all the characters were college kids in this movie. We did that already. We almost always do that with Scream films. Let's see a different side to Scream. What is the journalism side? Well, what does that look like a little more? I want to have a broader picture of that. We really only have representation from like Gale Weathers in that department, and some other side characters too, like Joel, Kenny, and different characters like that. But I think that it would be interesting to see an entire like set, like working on like some kind of like morning show, some news program, and to see that conflict between Gale Weathers and this up and coming reporter. Here's my biggest thing why I want that to happen. I just don't want to see Gale Weathers be third act backup again in this movie. Because that was kind of the extent of like her role, Sydney's role in that last movie. I want to see them do a little more. I want to see them go through some character development. Because yes, we did get to learn about what Sydney and Gale had been doing for the past 10 years since the events of the last movie, or more than 10 years. But to me, they didn't really go through any dynamic change in this film. I mean, yeah, Gale Weathers lost her ex-husband. Okay, cool. That's something. Sydney lost a friend, I guess. Like there's always been some kind of massive change in the characters, some kind of massive thing that happens to them in these movies that's like a central focus of the plot line, and that was just not there with Scream 5. I would love to see that be changed, have a movie that focuses on both our new characters and Gale Weathers with an equal focus, where it's like Gale Weathers is struggling trying to keep her job because of this new up-and-coming reporter. That would be really cool. I would love to see a plot line like that. Yes, I absolutely loved that video. That was so funny. Courtney Cox is such a great sense of humor. I love her. I love everything she posts. Very good stuff. But yeah, so the other thing too is, another thing we need to talk about is there's been this rumor going around that maybe Sidney Prescott is not in this film because a certain producer, someone behind the scenes, a certain studio member, something along those lines, was saying that, hey, if you give her more money, we're not doing this. Like we ain't making this movie. So I don't know how much truth that there is to that. We have some people talking about it who apparently heard that at Monster Mania. I feel like this is one of those things where we're going to be hearing a lot of people saying, and like, not to discredit this source where this comes from, but I do feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of people saying that with every single con. Every con that happens now, it's like one of the bigger ones. I guarantee you, if Scream people are there, we're going to have someone come out and say something along the lines of, oh, I heard this scoop from so-and-so about this thing happening, whatever. I'm not saying that's the case here, but like if I had to theorize, maybe they heard something and are stretching the truth a little bit. I don't know. I'm not trying to accuse people of anything, not trying to do anything like that, but I just don't know if Jamie Kennedy would say that to like some people at a con. He might make a video about it, but I doubt he would say something like that at a con, specifically talking about like a certain person at the studio and all that. Like I don't know. I have my thoughts about that, but If that's the case, I could see that happening, though. That's a little more plausible than some of the other stuff that's been rumored recently, that maybe someone there doesn't like Neve Campbell or has something against her, doesn't want to pay her more money, whatever the fuck it is. Obviously, you guys know how I feel about that. It's fucking ridiculous. Give Neve Campbell the money she deserves, man. What the fuck? Like, you should give her double for the next movie now. I don't think that's even slightly unreasonable either. Like, she's the face of this franchise to an extent. You got Ghostface, who is quite literally a face in this a big face in this franchise. But man, Sidney Prescott makes a lot of these movies. She's such a great character. Her character development has been so good in the past 5 movies. I don't know. I'm excited to see a more Courtney Cox focused Scream, which I'm really hoping Scream 6 is. But at the same time, I'm gonna miss Sydney. I really am gonna. I feel like we're all gonna miss Sydney. There's gonna be this void that just is gonna feel like, I don't know how to. There's something about Scream 6 that just feels off, and it's because Sydney's not there. That's my thing. So Courtney Cox is an icon. Love her. She needs more in the new Screams. That's what I'm right there with you, Larissa. I completely agree. I would love to see more from her for sure. So I love, like, in like Scream 4 too. I love, like, her whole, like, arc through that movie. She's a really well-written character. And in my opinion, hot take, is possibly the coolest Scream character too. Gale Weathers has the coolest arc out of all through all 5 of these movies than anybody. I don't know, man. Oh my God. What kind of news you got on Terrifier 2? I have to, like I said, I've been driving all weekend, have not had time to really look into anything. I will have to check if there's anything about that though. I would love to do some kind of big update video talking about that if there is anything, of course. I'm curious actually if Damien is posting it. Damien, did you post anything recently? Talking about anything? What's going on? Can we stop doing that? Oh my God. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah. No, I'm actually curious if we have any big updates or not. What the fuck was that? 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks to go. Fright Fest UK. Yeah, that's really all Damien's posted about it. But I might do another. I actually have an idea of something I can talk about. I was thinking about something on the way. I had an idea for something on the way home I was thinking about doing. But just so you guys know what my schedule's looking like, I'm going to put out a video with all the updates from today for early tomorrow morning. I'm going to do a video on Beast, which Easton is talking about. Oh, wait, no, not Beast. What's Barbarian? Barbarian is the movie I was thinking of. I'm going to do a whole video on Barbarian for tomorrow, talking about, like, everything we know so far about it. Wednesday, I should have a Smile Everything We Know So Far video out. I really want to get those out before those movies come out because I want to do, like, a big video on them. I'm very excited for those two. So hopefully I can get those out in the next 2 days. But I want to talk about that and do some, like, whatever updates come along. The Scream stuff and the Saw stuff is all, like, it's big news, but it's stuff I can talk about in, like, a couple of handful of minutes. So I'll probably clump those two together and talk about them tomorrow. And I will start using chapters in my videos, which I apologize for that. I forgot to do it with one of the Scream ones. So I need to, there will be chapters. So if you're, like, only interested in one thing or the other, you'll be able to click on one thing and be like, hey, I want to see Jake talk about Scream, or I want to see Jake talk about Saw. Not the other thing. I don't care about the other thing. I don't know why I just fell into that, but yeah. I love 21 Pilots is awesome. I think they're great. Honestly, I was listening to Jumpsuit on driving through Pennsylvania. So yeah, no, it was awesome. I was listening to a lot of their music. I listened to all of Disaster Piece's score for Bodies, 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 which I'm a little underwhelmed by. I think it was good, but I don't think it was like, holy shit, this is the best thing ever. Like the It Follows soundtrack, like that is phenomenal all the way through. But I did there's this constant theme that plays that sounds very John Carpenter-esque. Throughout that soundtrack. It's a little repetitive, I fear. That's kind of my one thing about the Bodies, Bodies, Bodies soundtrack, but with the movie it works really well. Listening to it on its own though, it's not the craziest thing, but I love Disaster Piece's music, and I'm very excited to see Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, which he also did the music for. Not a horror movie, but it looks so cute. And yeah, Charlie XCX's song too was it's a banger too, if you guys have not seen that. Oh, but any new info on Insidious 5? Dude, listen, the moment anything drops for Insidious 5, your boy drops what he's doing and starts making a video about it. So I will keep you updated, Luca, if there is any and anything and everything about Insidious 5. I'm doing a video on it. I don't care if it doesn't get as many views as everything else. I'm so unbelievably excited for that. Yeah, that will always be its own video. Ugh, can't wait for that. And talking about more, like, here's another thing. Run, Sweetheart, Run. I haven't even heard of this film since the delay in 2020 when it was pulled from a theatrical release. Ooh, interesting. Okay, cool. There are so many good horror movies coming out this year. It's insane. I mean, it is insane. These next 3 months are going to be completely nutty. We're kind of already in the thick of it, kind of starting that. We have Orphan First Kill coming out this week, which please don't spoil. I'm waiting to watch it until I can see it in HD. I found a link for it. Like you can watch it right now if you want, but I would highly recommend waiting until it's actually on the streaming platform. Support these filmmakers. Come on, guys. But there's a bunch of stuff coming out. We have Barbarian, I believe, coming at the end of the month. Smile early next month. Don't Worry, Darling. I'm super excited for that. Run, Sweetheart, Run looks good. I remember seeing the trailers for that. I'm trying to think what else is coming out. Halloween Ends, obviously. Terrifier 2. Oh, VHS 99. I can't wait for that. So Dreaming Insomniacs is here. What's up, Joe? Welcome to the stream. I only just watched Insidious 1 the other day. Time to catch up. Definitely that's funny. Definitely a banger series, like all the way through. I think all 4 of them are very enjoyable watches. 4 is probably everyone's least favorite is what I would guess, but I still enjoy it. The Creature is my second favorite of the entire franchise. Has some cool character moments too with our friends. So it's good stuff. Pearl in September. Yeah, Pearl's going to be great. But yeah, no, I'm so unbelievably excited for everything else coming out this year. And talking about my favorite horror movie of 2022 so far, it's probably still X, but like, dude, Bodies really impressed me. I went into that with some pretty mid expectations. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to have fun with this film. It's going to be whatever. Who cares? It was so much better. It was so much better than that. It was really something special. I really enjoyed it. But X is probably my number 1 so far. I'm assuming Pearl's going to be up there too. If it's anything like X, Pearl is going to be a banger too. But yeah, no, I'm unbelievably excited. Unbelievably excited for the rest of this year. August, September, October, gonna be a nutty little run. So, and we also have The Menu, which is one we haven't talked about too much. The Menu coming out in November, I believe. I think it's November. Yeah, that looks good too. And there's a vampire movie coming out too. I can't remember the name of that off the top of my head. But there's so many fucking movies. I got to get like a whiteboard and just write down all of them and with their release dates, so I just don't forget. Oh yeah. Oh, given some, I see we have some Morb heads in the chat here. Favorite horror film of 2022 is Morbius. T. Parker Evans, you're right. I can't argue with that at all. I mean, I got to be honest with you. X just pales in comparison with the genius that is Jared Leto's performance in Morbius. I mean, truly one of the best films. When Matt Smith looks into that mirror and that CGI face comes over his face, it is truly one of the greatest cinematic moments of all time. I don't think anything will ever top Morbius. Got to be honest with you. It is truly. I don't even know where to go with that. Truly a banger. Some more Morb heads here. It's Morbin time. That is truly the greatest cinematic line of all time, which is definitely in the movie. Not horror, but I'm excited for Violent Night with David Harbour. You know, I don't even know what that is, but I hope it's good because David Harbour needs a good fucking movie, man. He just cannot figure that out. It's a shame. I love David Harbour too, man, and he just cannot get a good movie. He just keeps finding films with horrible scripts. So I hope that's good. I hope Violent Night is banging. I love David Harbour so much, man. He's so great. Basically Die Hard again, I'm guessing, but with Santa. Oh, okay. That'll be fun, I bet. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I hear a rumor that Selena Gomez is the first kill in Red Right Hand. Any truth behind this? Maybe, because, you know, some douchebag from Ohio can definitely figure out how to get Selena Gomez in his movie. That's really funny, Hank. I love that. I have no fucking idea where those rumors came from Scream 5, that Selena Gomez is going to be the opening kill. Where did that come from? No idea. Like, to this day, I'm like, I wonder where that all came from. There was a few things about Scream 5 covering that like never came to fruition, never happened. There was this rumor that they were filming at a 90s themed mall for the longest time too. I did like 2 videos about it. Not even a thing that was talked about anywhere on that Blu-ray, DVD, whatever. I don't know. Weird. I don't know. Don't know what happened. Don't know where that started or where that came from. Another weird thing. So I can't wait to see Patrick Wilson takes the Insidious franchise. Now that he's directing. Yes. I am very excited to see what he does with it, what his directorial style is going to be like. I'm really curious. Very, very excited to see what he does with it. He's very passionate about this franchise. I mean, like, if you hearing him talk in those first 2 movies, like the behind the scenes stuff, he clearly really loves these movies. He's a big fan of them. I'm really excited to see his passion get taken to a much bigger role this time around too. Not only being one of the lead characters, but also directing. So I'm excited, man. My one concern about this film, and like, I mean, no offense to Mr. Scott Teems, but I liked Halloween Kills. I'm okay. Hot take. I'm okay with the writing with Halloween Kills. That's whatever. It has its problems, but I enjoyed it. The writing for Firestarter though is very, very, very tough. Very, very tough stuff. I just don't like it. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of that new Firestarter. I wasn't a big, I don't know. It's not good. It's just not a good movie. And I am concerned about the writing for Insidious 5. I will say that. You got Scott Teems doing it, but it's from a story from Lee Winnell. So there is that. We have hope. And Tammy, if you are Devontae, you're getting blocked right now. I'm going to be completely honest. So yeah, we're going to just take care of that big old nonsense. What a Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. Devontae used to say stupid shit about that. Well, see ya. I thought Kyle was supposed to have a bigger role in Halloween Ends. So I thought that too. We haven't seen her really in the trailer. I don't know. I hope she does. I really hope she does. I hope it's a smaller cast. I'm really hoping for a smaller cast this time around, focusing on the bigger characters. That's what I'm hoping. I don't think we need to introduce too many new characters like Corey Cunningham. Okay, hey, that's fine. But I don't know. I don't want too many new characters. I kind of just want to focus on our already established characters. We're at the end of this timeline. Let's just ride it out. Let's just finish this. So I have not seen Day Shift yet. It looks cool though. We were talking about it on the Lethal Collective stream. Your boy's been so busy. So I hope Kyle has a bigger role though, talking about that. I really think this movie would, it would suffer if it had a bigger cast for sure. Just like Halloween Kills, because we already did that in the last movie and a lot of people didn't love that. So I say with this movie, if they want to be successful, they should have gone with a smaller cast, just focused on the mainstay characters who have been built up so much in these past 2 movies. Yeah, I don't know. So keep hens hens simple. Got to really pronunciate the H there. I love it. Oh God, you want to talk about some real great lines in cinema this year? Liar, liar, pants on fire. Greatest one-liner of all time, dude. Fucking hell, what the fuck was that movie, dude? Firestarter, man. And listen, as a cat dad, I did not care for Firestarter. Why the fuck do you got to make a whole scene about killing a cat? Why do you got to do that? That's awful. That's not entertaining. That's just, and they try to play it for laughs. No, I love my kitties. Kitties are great. Aggressive love for cats. You know it, man. Any thoughts on Resurrection? It is certainly a movie that exists in this universe. It's definitely a film that has been made. I think that Resurrection is kind of one of those movies that's just infamous cash grab. I don't know how else to look at that movie. It is the most ridiculous retcon in cinema history, honestly, to just be like, oh yeah, actually, when you saw Michael Myers die in the last movie, it was just some random dude that Michael slipped the mask on. That has got to be the stupidest retcon in horror history. I don't know how to think about that. Killing Jamie Lee Curtis at the beginning fucking sucks. The whole movie is just not a Halloween film. I don't know. It just feels like the whole movie feels like a really bad Scream movie. Got to be honest. I I don't know. Just not a fan of Halloween Resurrection. Not a big fan. And listen, I will defend movies that suck that were made with good intentions. I will all day long. I just cannot feel like Halloween Resurrection. Halloween Resurrection is just, there's no way that was made with good intentions. There's just no way. It was banking on something that was popular at the time, and it retconned a fucking cool ending from H2O, a movie where people did care about the source material and did want to do something that was not only relevant to the time, but still Halloween, and also provided a sick ending to a new timeline. I don't know, man. Resurrection is kind of like the turd in the punch bowl with that timeline for me, personally. I have seen people that really like Resurrection, though. A lot of people do really enjoy it, and to those people, I say, hell yeah, all the power to you. But I just can't get over how cash grabby it feels, and how, like, yeah, they definitely just wanted to take the Scream approach again to make more money because H2O was successful. I don't know, man. It's just not a movie I can love. I just can't come to love it. With kids and maybe baby kills and Terrifier, yeah, whatever. But cats draw the line. You know it, Albert. That is my moral position, which is probably a little questionable, but there I am. I hope they explore the Man in the Mask supernatural abilities in Strangers 3. You know, I wonder what they do with that. I wonder if they just go full supernatural or not with Strangers 3. That's actually a great question. I want to say that the franchise has done a really cool, really great job at keeping it set in the real world, bound to the real world ties and all that, making it something that is actually something that can happen to you, something so scary for those reasons. But at the same time, we're at the third movie in the franchise. We can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. I would be kind of interested in seeing some very, very mild supernatural abilities applied to the Strangers. Maybe all three of them are back for this new movie, and it's just never explained. I'm kind of okay with that. I gotta be honest. The Strangers has always left not a lot to be desired, a lot that is never explained, and I'm totally okay with that. I like when movies don't over-explain things because you don't have to. Maybe if you just want to bring back killers to bring them back, hey, that's fine. Fine by me. Cool. They're back for some reason. Maybe if you want to explain it in a later sequel, cool. But I think Strangers 3 through 5 should just say, fuck it. Just bring them back. Who cares? Why not? And just never really explain the timeline because you don't need to. I don't think you really need to. If they want to play around with supernatural abilities and all that, fuck yeah, all the power to them. But if they want to make another like film that feels like the first one or maybe even closer to the second one, go for it. I say hell yeah. It's just a scary concept, like people breaking into your house. It's so simple, but the way it's shot and how it's executed in both of those movies is just fucking terrifying. Oh, it's great. Great stuff. Supernatural abilities. I'm curious if they go. I'm actually quite interested in, because like if you told me right now, you're like, hey Jake, you got to do a new Strangers movie. What would you do? I would genuinely I would be taken aback. I would be like, I don't know. Like that, I'd have to really think about this for a bit, because I would probably not go the supernatural route. I would probably go the realism route, keep that, because that's so cool. And I would probably do something that feels like a mix of the first two movies while also doing something different. I would do a brand new location, not a trailer park, not a just house in, whatever town, USA. I would do something a little different group of people, maybe a bigger cast. I would go bigger with the cast just a little bit, like 6 to 8 people. But I would bring all 3 Strangers back for sure. Like they're all so iconic, all great for different reasons. I'd bring all of them back. I don't think I would introduce a new killer character. I would introduce, like, I'm trying to think like what kind of characters would be cool to get killed by the Strangers. I don't think I would do like teenagers partying, even though that's typically where I tend to go, just because like that's that's a really easy thing for me to write. I'm trying to think what kind of groups of characters would be cool to see get killed by the Strangers. I don't know. There's a lot of, I could talk about that all day. The Strangers is a really interesting franchise to me. I think it does so much with so little. I love it. Christina Hendricks too in that sequel. Damn. She's amazing. Do you think Marion Chambers should have died protecting Lindsay in the car instead of her gun not going off? And that was a pretty lackluster kill, I gotta be honest. But parallel to the way she's introduced to the franchise. So for that reason, I appreciate it. Lindsay was too late trying to save them by taking her time with the bricks. Yeah, I feel like her character was wasted too. I understand that. I think a lot of people feel that way too. But at the same time, I don't know what else you would do with her character. I feel like she's just there to be like, hey, Marion Chambers is back. How cool is this? I feel that way with some of the characters they brought back for sure. I don't know. I wish her kill was a little cool, but I do appreciate like a little cooler. But I do appreciate the fact that it was parallel to how she originally was in like how she was introduced. That's cool. That's an interesting factor to me. I like that. But I don't know, man. I do agree with you. It's a lackluster kill. I wish they could have done it better. I appreciate the parallel. A lot of the kills in that scene though are pretty cool. Is it Marcus? Is that his name? When he gets stabbed in the eye, that's a great kill. I think when I first saw the gun kill, when Michael smacks the door and it hits the gun and Vanessa shoots herself, like the first time I saw that, I was like, I sighed. I was like, that's so goofy. I don't know how to feel about that. But the more I watch Halloween Kills, the more that kill sticks out to me. I really enjoy it. It's something different for the franchise. I enjoy that one. It's cool. I also fucking love the Lord of the Rings shot when you have Lindsay Wallace hiding underneath the little brook, just like she's a hobbit hiding from one of the riders, one of the Nazgul, which is fucking sick. I love that. That was great. You know, it's a great sequence overall, but that's definitely the lowest part of it. So, Christina Hendricks is hot as fuck. You said it. And I have a girlfriend. That's really funny. I doubt she'll be. I mean, like everyone's jealous of Christina Hendricks, of course, but like I doubt she'll be mad at you for that. So I think it'll be good. Love this idea, T. Parker Evans. Do it in an Airbnb with a bunch of like adults on vacation or something. Yeah. I'd be down for that. Another thing I would like to do in a future Strangers movie, though, is add to the mythos. I would want to add a little more to like their motivation as killers. I like that it's vague, so I wouldn't want to like paint a whole picture, but I would just like to add another brush stroke to the portrait, if that makes sense. I love how when in the first movie, the only thing they fucking say is like, why are you doing this? Because you were home. What the fuck? That's so chilling. That's so fucked up. Oh, that's so good. And then in the second movie, they kind of expanded a little more. There's a little more dialogue between the strangers and the people getting killed in that movie, like the kids and the teenager characters in that movie. So I would definitely do something that expands the mythos of like who these characters are, why they're killing a little more. And I would bring them back with no explanation. I would just no explanation. Let's just say they're people that go around killing people for some reason. And maybe there's some supernatural element to it, but I would never, ever confirm that. I think it's so much more interesting that way, personally. It keeps the mystery alive. It keeps just keeps you questioning about like who are these people? What is the extent to them? That's the route that I would go. Just keep it mysterious while still adding more elements to their toolbox. Ultimately, that's so creepy. I know, Dre. Oh, the first time I saw The Strangers, fuck, man, that one messed me up. Yes, I am going to check out Wednesday because, well, listen, Jenna Ortega playing Wednesday was enough for me to come check it out. But yeah, Tim Burton doing it too. So yeah, no, absolutely. I'm very excited for it. I don't know too much about it. I've seen the Addams Family movies, but like that's kind of my extent of my knowledge there. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the show. I love the movies. So yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be good. Ooh, a period piece. Take it back to the 1800s. So, yeah, 1666 version of The Strangers. No, that's cool. I like that. That would be kind of sick. That would really, you want to talk about throwing a monkey wrench into that fucking mythos. Yeah, there you go. Holy shit. Like, and they're dressed the same too. How creepy would that be? Okay, real quickly, just want to throw this out into the world. This is an idea I've had for a long time. Speaking of that, and Locked, I'm going to get to your super chat. Thank you so much, by the way. Before I even get to that, thank you. But something I've always wanted to do is make a period piece movie where like the first 30 minutes is just like typical people living in like the 1800s, 1700s, whatever, something like that. And then like a person shows up who looks like they're dressed in modern day and all that. And it's like a horror movie. It's a mystery about like what the fuck is going on. The big twist is that it's not really a period piece. Something along those lines. M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, kind of similar take, but you could do it in a different way. I've always wanted to do something like that. So just an idea for a starting place for an outline. Locked is saying, I'd love to see a protagonist in this new Strangers trilogy slowly become more wicked and end the trilogy taking up the mantle or something along those lines. Ooh, that could be cool. So that once again, that is kind of furthering the idea of what the Strangers are, who they are. is that maybe they corrupt certain people. They kill mostly everybody, but maybe there's a corruption element to it. So, okay, that's kind of cool. I dig that. Because here's the other thing about all three of the strangers. They're not like a family. Like, you never get the gist that like they're all like, oh yeah, they're all related. They're all family members. I don't get that vibe. Like, it feels almost like they're like three friends or something, like going around killing people, or three strangers, quite literally. They don't, like, when you do see their faces for the little time period that you do in the movies, they don't look like they're related to each other. I don't think I don't think they are. Like, I don't think they're like a family that got up and started killing people. What the fuck is the story behind that? I hope we never find out the entire painted picture, but I would be down. Like I said, little brushstrokes though are so fun. Add to the mythos of things. I don't think explaining everything is never fun in horror movies. I hate when people try to over explain things. Like, just give us a little bits and pieces. The Creep movies do that so well too. We genuinely don't know that much about the main character in that one too, even still. Can't wait for that, the third movie in that franchise as well. So Locked, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. I do really like that idea though, and to do something along those lines that further, like I said, furthering the mythos of the strangers would be so cool. Oh, that would be dope. It's scarier when there's no motive. You're absolutely right, Kane. Can't argue with that. I think there's just three. I think they're just three psychotic best friends. Yeah, and it's scary. It's a fucking scary thing to think about, because people do like that. You know, there's crazy people out there, man. It's good stuff. I love it. From a writing standpoint, it's fantastic. Off topic, but although the devil, hell, and demons have been used countless times in horror, I would be down to see a bone-chilling interpretation of a soul in hell maybe having to escape. You know, angels and demons were really beat to death in like the thousands. I'm trying to think of some movies off the cuff. Fuck. Constantine, Legion. There's a bunch of movies like that though. Oh, and like vampires too were kind of beaten to death. I would be down for them to do something along those lines if they could do something different stylistically. A lot of those movies feel very thousands or like early 2010s. So if they were to do a movie like that, give it a different style, give it a different feel. All of these possession movies that come out, they all kind of feel like they're all in the same franchise to a certain degree. There's a lot of possession movies that come out like every single year, I feel, that are just like, this just kind of feels like something I've seen before a million times. But regardless, I think if you change up the aesthetic or something so simple as that, you ultimately make a different movie, even if it has like a similar plot, similar concepts, monsters, devils, demons, whatever. You could do that in a different light. Maybe make it like sillier characters. I don't know. It's always typically like a priest or like some dude who's trying to be a priest or something. You know what I mean? Like, think The Rights. The Rights is a perfect example of that with Sir Anthony Hopkins, who does not get talked about on this page enough, by the way. Little shout out to Sir Anthony Hopkins. Massive shout out. That's a really fucking weird thing to say, but listen, we don't talk about him enough. We don't. What a guy. What an amazing lad. To add to that would be a cool nod if to the ending of The First Strangers when she says it gets easier. I do like that. That is cool. I agree. Makes it all work. That's the other thing too. If you're gonna add something to the mythos, it's got to be something that works with all the other films in the franchise, because this is one timeline so far. So that's a really good point, Locked. Go off of those very vague things they say in those movies and make something out of it. Why not? I hope they do that with the next couple of Strangers movies. Love your show, bro. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, RXM. I appreciate that. My question is, what do you think about Ash versus Evil Dead? I watch it every day. Nice. I also love Evil Dead. I genuinely think it's like the best horror franchise just ever. Everything is good, like especially the show. The show is phenomenal. Stars did such a good job with that. Oh my God. I'm so sad it's canceled. Oh my God, sorry. Ooh. Still recovering from this weekend. I ate a bunch of crap this weekend, gonna be honest. But yeah, no, I love the franchise. I love the show too. I think it's great. I recently went through season 3 again. It's so good. It's so enjoyable. It's sad that we're not getting Ash and Evil Dead Rise, but regardless, I'm still excited for that too. I love this franchise because it's not a franchise where it's just like Scream. It's not a franchise where everyone consistently is just like, oh yeah, like that's easily the best movie. No, everyone has a different take on the Evil Dead franchise, which I love. Like, some people swear by Army of Darkness, and it's a great movie. It's a horror comedy masterpiece, I think. Then you have Evil Dead 2, which is, in my opinion, better, but also a horror comedy masterpiece. First Evil Dead's just a fantastic fucking horror flick that is so inspirational to young filmmakers and indie filmmakers especially. And then you have the remake, which is just a fucking home run of a remake. One of the best remakes ever made for a film. Different, but still very good, and fucking one of the best uses of gore and practical effects in a horror movie from like the past fucking 10 years. Oh, God. I just love everything Evil Dead is good. It really is. There's no bad Evil Dead thing. I hope I'm not speaking too soon. I hope Evil Dead Rise fucking kicks ass. But yeah, no, Ash vs. Evil Dead, fantastic. One of the best horror television series I think ever that I've watched, at least. I've yet to watch a lot of Mike Flanagan's Netflix stuff, which I'm getting to. I just, man, oh God, so much to watch, so little time, as they say. I wish I could like live a whole nother life where I'm just watching all the things I want to watch, and then I feel like I still wouldn't get through everything. But yeah, we're getting there. Billy's saying no Evil Dead Rise news yet. I'm telling you, we don't get anything until September. Banking on it. We've been advertising straight to streaming movies a month before their release. A lot of people are like, big rumor has it that it's coming out in October at some point. Guarantee you we don't get a trailer, no news until sometime middle of September. That would be my guess. That's how we've been advertising a lot of these straight to streaming movies. Like look at Orphan First Kill, for example. They started advertising that in like early August, like late July, and it comes out in the middle of August. Like, what's like, advertise your movies better, y'all. What the hell? Just because it's straight to streaming doesn't mean it sucks. I mean, a lot of those movies have been good. I really enjoyed the new Paranormal Activity. I don't care what Jason Blum says. The new Paranormal Activity slaps. I'm trying to think what else was really good off the top of my head. Fresh was awesome from earlier this year. Prey was fucking amazing. Holy shit, that's probably the best example. That's been my favorite straight to streaming continuation of a franchise so far. But man. Now that Nope is out, what is your next most anticipated movie this year? Dude, honestly, probably Evil Dead Rise. I gotta be honest. Just talking about that. That or Terrifier 2 are probably the two that I feel like I'm going to like the most. But obviously Halloween Ends is gonna be pretty banging. I'm worried about it, but I think it's gonna be good ultimately. I think overall I am going to like it. But the ones that I'm most anticipating are Terrifier 2, which I just know is going to be good. I'm so excited for that. Fucking Art the Clown with a crazier story this time around, but crazier characters. Yeah, no, Terrifier 2 is going to be fucking awesome. Evil Dead Rise, I'm speculating, is also going to be good. There is absolutely a chance that it sucks. New director, you know, I don't know too much about Lee Cronin. But I do think I have faith. It's the same setup for what happened with the Evil Dead remake. So if you like that, you should like this new movie, is my thinking. Sam Raimi wouldn't have handpicked this guy if he was just like some whatever horror director. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be good. I really do. But Nope was still good. Nope was still good. It's still in my top 3 probably, but it's tough, you know? So I haven't seen all of the Hatchet movies. We were actually talking about that this weekend, Brian Phillips, at the HorrorCon, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen Victor Crowley yet, and like I was with Bob Hunt and Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times, and they both looked at me like I was crazy. They're like, dude, that's like the best one, and I'm like, oh, shit, okay, I'll have to check that out. I've only seen the first one. I don't know, man. It's kind of just more Friday the 13th, you know? It's not bad. And yeah, like you're right, it's great homage to classic slasher icons. It's not something I would watch again though. I don't know. Like it's just okay. I think it's fine. I gotta watch the rest of them though, for sure. And apparently Victor Crowley, which was like, I believe the newest movie in that franchise, is a banger. So I'll have to check it out. TCM was a lot of fun too, yeah. And Gerald's Game too was awesome too. I hear great things about the Fear Street trilogy. Oh, absolutely, Ty. Yeah, if you haven't watched those are the first 2 are fucking phenomenal, and the end of the 3rd one is great too. So, yeah, no, if you have some time. You know, it's a commitment because it's 3 movies, but watch those. Yeah, if you have some time, they're good. They're a lot of fun. What do you think of Oh, what do you think of a Jurassic Park reboot with a mature horror twist to it? The novel took it. I was just gonna say that. I'm like, the novels are so much grittier, so much less adventure feeling, and much more horror. Yeah, I'd actually be totally down for that. Personally, hot take, I'd be so down, because the novel, once again, I haven't read it, but I know things about it. It's much more, it follows the lawyer, I believe, a lot closer in that movie too. I'd be so down for a remake that's closer to the book. I would be so interested in that. I don't think you're going to top the original. No way. Like, fucking the first Jurassic Park is just one of the best movies ever made. You're not topping the original, but a more faithful adaptation of the book, though, is very interesting conceptually. I would be so down for that. Watch dinosaurs like rip people apart, blood and guts, like it's like an R rating. Absolutely. All day, every day. I would be there opening night for that. The Jurassic Park franchise could use that too. Not that I disliked the Jurassic World franchise, but of all the requel series, that's my second least favorite. Got to be honest. The last one was fun. It was cool. A lot of problems I had with the story though, man. With all three of them, I have a problem with the story in all the Jurassic Worlds. That all the Jurassic Park movies, in my opinion, just do so much better. So. Smile, I'm going to do a big video on. I'm very excited for this one. For as far as original horror movies go that aren't part of a franchise, this is the movie I'm the most excited for. Smile looks fucking insane. It looks so scary. Fuck, that trailer is, it's one of my favorite trailers from this entire year. It gives you just the right amount of shit to be scared, so. James Cameron wanted to direct Jurassic Park initially. There's a video of Spielberg and Cameron talking about it. Oh, how different would that movie be with James Cameron directing it? Wow. Oh shit. I would love to do a whole video on that, talking about how different it would be. I feel like it would be almost more cuz like Cameron falls into my only gripe with Cameron's movies, which I fucking love him. I think a lot of people give him shit. I guess he's really full of himself in real life, which is kind of whatever. He kind of falls into the same thing every single time with a lot of the plot lines he writes. Like, Avatar is very similar to some of his past movies, like from a plot standpoint, but like visually, his movies are amazing. I love like how the characters in his movies are. The way he directs is fantastic. I will say that he deserves the praise he gets. But I guess like, yeah, he's very, I guess he's very full of himself in real life. But man, I would love to break down Jurassic Park and be like, oh, this is what Cameron would have done instead. Hot take, I don't think it would have been a better movie. I think Spielberg's style works so well with Jurassic Park. And considering the source material being so much different from how the movie turned out, it probably would, Cameron would have done it darker, but at the same time, I feel like it wouldn't have that like wonder to it that Spielberg kind of added, which is just so fucking awesome. Like, you have this like, without that, Jurassic Park wouldn't have been the big success that it was. Like how wonderful it is to look at a fucking dinosaur, a creature that is so beyond our understanding or time period. That's what's so great about Jurassic Park. If you don't have that sense of wonder, that movie isn't a big hit. I feel like Cameron might have missed the boat on that aspect of those movies. Just my take. That's like off the top of my head. That's my one thing I feel like he would have missed with Jurassic Park. He probably wouldn't have focused on that, I don't think. Pearl looks really good. Yeah, dude, it does, man. That trailer is very promising, but kind of spoils a lot of the kills. I watched it. I slowed it down. Man, I kind of know what all the kills in the movie are going to be. Like, that's my one thing. X wasn't too translated with its trailer, which I appreciated, but yeah, Pearl gives away a little too. I kind of know how everyone's going to die in the movie, but I'm still excited for it. It still looks good. The one thing we don't know about Pearl is how it's going to tie into the events of X and how it's going to tie into the sequel to X, which is apparently in the works. So I'm sure it will have things to do with both films. So I'm excited. I am excited. This is going to be a fucking awesome franchise. Flash Skywalker is here. What's up? What's up? Was just at Spirit Halloween and saw that beanie. Almost got, but went with a cool pair of socks instead. Nice. Good stuff. I don't have too many Freddy things. Like on the set, I don't. Clothing wise, I don't. So I'm like, I gotta represent my man Fred, you know? So I went out and bought it. Yeah, Spielberg is definitely more family friendly for sure. Do you think Smile will be a possession movie? Kind of reminds me of The Empty Man. Definitely giving me Empty Man vibes. I agree. I don't know if it's going to be a possession movie. I feel like it's going to be one of those things where it's just like unexplained. Like they get like kind of like similar to like The Ring, where it's like that's kind of like story wise how it's set up. Like it's definitely a movie I've seen before, you know, plot wise. But I love this kind of movie where it's like you have a female protagonist who has some kind of awful fucking thing happening around her, and she has a very short time to figure it out, or she's gonna die. Which you kind of got all that from the trailer. So very typical movie. I don't know if it's going to be possession or not. I kind of hope it's not. I hope it's something that I'm not expecting, because that would be really obvious. That's like very translated from the trailer that it's probably going to be some kind of possession movie. I hope it's just like never explained. It's just like a bunch of people start smiling and going crazy for some reason. And it's just like, what the fuck do I do to try to get out of this? So I hope it's not just like fully explained or fully translated. I hope the main protagonist kind of figures out a way to beat it, sort of, but it's like how the Ring is, where it's just like you can beat everything that's going on in the Ring, but you ultimately have to make the situation worse, which is like the coolest fucking twist ever. I love that movie. But yeah, I hope it's something along those lines. I hope it's not something where it's just like, yeah, she just dies at the end because she couldn't figure it out. I have seen a few movies like that, and those are kind of disappointing, I feel. So, yeah, that jump scare at the end fucked me up, dude. I took my friend Maya to go see Nope, and she hadn't seen the trailer for that. And when the head drops, she like jumped back. It was awesome. I was like, yes, got somebody with that. Empty Man was an A+. I appreciated it. I thought it was a really cool, once again, another movie very similar, you know, to that, has the same, with a male protagonist. I liked it. I thought it had some cool scenes, you know? I think there's a lot of people that are like diehard like cult classics for that one, which is interesting to me. I didn't think it was like the craziest thing I've ever seen, though. I don't know. I know Drum Dums, I think it was him, yeah. Did an amazing, like, just loved it. Did a review where he was saying like, oh, this is so good, it's so underrated. I don't know, man. Maybe I might watch it again. I watched it with I kind of half watched it with like this girl I was dating when that came out, so I was kind of like not focusing on it. But yeah, no, I'll give it another watch. I'll check it out. So, cause like, dude, like High Fashion Corpse, a lot of people are like fucking love that movie. And when I watched it, I just wasn't super impressed, but I will watch it again though, because it's a complicated movie, you know, for sure. It's not, in no way am I saying it's shit. Like, absolutely not. It was definitely a very smart movie and has some really cool sequences for sure. Like the beginning of that movie is very scary. I loved that. But yeah, they're like, Ty is kind of, I don't want to put that on screen because I don't want to spoil it, but like, yeah, how it ends, I just feel like is a little like a bit of a sigh where it could have been a punch. You know what I mean? That's my only thing about it. But once again, I do need to rewatch it for sure. You know, like this is not a fair review at all. I will say that. This is not fair at all because I've only seen it once and I was very not paying attention to it. So, I'll check it out though. Is there a movie that is not in the horror genre but scarier than horror? Like that's a really scary film that's not intended to be. Yes, Fuzz Bucket. Have you ever seen Fuzz Bucket on Disney Plus? That shit's terrifying. Dude, it's about a little creature who just fucking materializes. You see his bone and flesh like grab onto its body and its skin, and it just kind of comes and fucking fucks with this kid. I don't know, man. It's just a weird movie. It's definitely meant to be like child friendly, but it's terrifying. Spy Kids is another one. Spy Kids is fucking terrifying. Go back and watch that movie if you don't believe me. There's some weird ass visuals in that are kind of scary. So. Oh, Jennifer's here, everybody. What's up, Jennifer? Happy Monday. Saw Nope this weekend, and I loved it. Nice. My teens loved it as well. Good. That's good. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad I listened to recommendations and went to see it in theaters. Right? Like, I'm so happy I saw that in the theaters and didn't wait till later, because it's a big movie. You know, it's a big movie. Absolutely one of those where I had to see it twice because it's a very complicated movie too. But I loved it. I really enjoyed seeing in the theaters. I'm so glad you liked it though, Jennifer. I'm so glad. Good stuff. Thanks for popping by the stream, by the way. I appreciate it. Jay Shrey saying definitely worth investing into a second watch. Empty Man is my fave in the past couple of years. Man, there's been a lot of good movies in the past couple of years, man. I don't know about that, but I will watch it again. I will watch it again. I'll give it another chance. I don't know, man. I was really digging it too. I thought it was cool for the longest time. Too. I really like the main character. There was a lot of really scary moments like that. The beginning of that one is really fucking cool. But overall, I just wasn't like huge into it. Grabber and Freddy Krueger would be a really cool duo. Oh man, that would be nuts. What did you think of the Black Phone? I liked it. I was a little harsh on it in my review. Honestly, I shouldn't have been as harsh. The first act is really rough to me. And, listen, I'm not someone I didn't grow up in the 70s, but apparently everyone, beat the shit out of each other to like a bloody pulp in the 70s, which is a little, I'm sorry, there's no way that's true. Like that's completely insane to me. How the kids were represented in the movie was so like over the top goofy at the very beginning, but as soon as that second act starts, it turns on. That movie is fantastic all the way from the second act and forward. I loved it. But yeah, I had some issues with the first act, but besides that, it was a fucking banger. Like I loved it. So I like the other thing about the Black Phone is like they don't really establish the grabber as being a super scary guy. Cause like it's a very like, yeah, they kind of do. And like, I know a lot of people disagree with me about this, but like I compared this movie to It from 2017, which the very first scene of that is of course, Georgie getting his boat made by Bill and all that. And he's playing with the boat. It goes down the drain and holy shit, there's a clown in the sewer. Oh shit. Probably shouldn't be talking to this guy, Georgie, but he does, lures him in. And then the fucking clown eats him. Like it's terrifying. You're immediately terrified of Pennywise from the get-go. Like, I don't know who watched that movie and wasn't. I'm going to be completely honest. I think that they didn't do, like, the fades to black was a weird choice. I don't care for it. That feels a bit like a low-budget movie kind of decision where, like, they just didn't have time to do, like, crazy kidnapping scenes, which really would have benefited that movie, man, if they would have just done one scene where it was, like, very similar to that, where you have the grabber talking to, like, the kid who gets abducted at the very beginning. You should have had a whole sequence with those two talking together and, like, going back and forth, having a whole thing, and he abducts him. That would have immediately established the grabber as a really terrifying fucking villain, and they kind of missed the mark on that, is how I feel about it. I did like the Black Phone's ending is fucking phenomenal. It's a very well written movie too. I just have, my only complaints about it are some weird editing choices and like just establishment of the grabber character. Ethan Hawke's performance though is 10 out of 10. Holy shit. He's amazing. I think that could have been my favorite of the year, but because of those weird, like really, really weird choices, it goes down to about a 7.5 out of 10 for me. So, but I liked it. I'm so glad that an original horror movie too broke over 100 million. That movie made a shit ton of money, which I was like, that is a huge deal. A movie that is not in a franchise making $100 million like that, big deal. We will definitely get more Black Phone for sure in the future. So really excited to see that one again too, and buy. I believe it's out now. You can buy it. I think I can't remember, but I will definitely be adding. That's a buy. That's definitely a must buy for me for sure. I liked it. In 2017, the kids beat the absolute hell out of each other, and it's the 80s. Yeah, but not like the Black Phone, dude. Like the Black Phone, they almost kill each other. Like I'm not even exaggerating. They actually almost kill each other at one point, and I'm like, this is fucking awful. Like like there's a little bit of that, and like that's the reason that's even part of both it and the Black Phone. That's just how like Stephen King and his son writes. They took it a little too far in the Black Phone, I think. It was to the point where I'm laughing at how absurd the fucking violence is that comes out of nowhere too. Like it comes out of absolutely nowhere. It is not precedented at all in the Black Phone, where it is in It 2017. Because you have the bully characters and stuff who are just so much more well written in that movie opposed to the Black Phone. I don't know. That's just my take. A lot of people didn't seem to be bothered by the bullying. I haven't really seen anybody else complain about that, but it's so goofy. Kids in the Black Phone are realistic, in my opinion. Kids lived in tough times and probably Yeah, but it's like a suburb in Colorado, dude. Like, it's not like, I don't know, like there are worse areas where like, yeah, I don't know, man. I know some people who are like, oh, I grew up in the 70s. This is exactly what it was like. And I'm like, you got a concussion, like to the point where your skull almost broke at one point because a little girl threw a brick at your head. I don't know, man. It's way too goofy for me to try to take that seriously. Especially for a movie that's so dark. The subject matter is very dark in that film. And then to do something so over the top goofy right at the get-go, I don't know. Doesn't work for me. Every time we've seen Art the Clown, he's had an absurd standout kill. In All Hallows Eve, it was the table scene. Yeah. And Terrifier had the saw scene. What would you like to... That's an underrated kill, by the way. What would you like to see in the next installment? Well, Squidward tennis balls. What I will say, I'm really speculating that what this kill is that's going to top anything that's been done in the past is what Damien Leone is saying. I think what would be really cool is if they kill Elliot Fulham like on screen in a really visceral way. That's kind of my guess as to what I think that's what they're going to do. He's the kid actor that plays Sienna's brother, who is Lauren Rivera's character. I'm really guessing that's what it's going to be. And I know that's like really fucked up. People are like, ugh, I don't want, Jesus Christ, Jake. And I don't want to see that. But like, that's kind of the MO of these movies. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what Terrifier is all about, is being so brutal, being this amazing display of practical effects. That's what they're probably going to do, something along those lines. We even see in the trailer, there's a line where Elliot's character is saying something along the lines of like, I don't think do you think they caught him? Like, is he still out there? He's terrified of the clown. I mean, dude, they're setting this up really well. In most movies too, it would be the fact that like maybe towards the end, Sienna would have to protect her brother or something like that. Damien Leone is a little bit different though as a director and writer. I'm sure this kid is going to die halfway through the movie. Like, hot take. If I had to guess, that's probably what's going to happen. And I think that it's very absurd, very insane. I hope something like that happens too. And I want to see some good fights between Art and Sienna too. That's something I'm really looking forward to. They teased that in the end of the trailer, which is, oh, so cool. Oh, so good stuff. And Carrie is here, by the way. I don't know if I said hi to you, Carrie. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yes, Carrie and I are going to get on a live stream this Thursday talking Bodies spoilers. So make sure to check that out if you have seen Bodies. If you have not seen Bodies, my God, I've said that word too many times. If you have not seen that movie, just don't check out the stream Thursday. I love your guys' support and all that, but I really don't want you guys to get spoiled, because man, it's a good twist. It's a really well written murder mystery. If you're like a fan of the Scream franchise, I would absolutely recommend Bodies to you. It's a really well written movie. I really enjoyed it. I really had a great time. What's up, Conrad? What's up? Screamrad. What's up? I say that like every time you pop in. I say, what's up, Conrad? Screamrad. I don't know. I just like it. Scream, the radical Scream. How's it going? I'm doing fantastic. I've been going for 2.5. I thought I was only going for an hour. I've been going for 2.5 hours. Jesus Christ, it's 9:30. Oh, my internal clock's all fucked up. I went to sleep. I stayed up for 2 days straight, and I just took a 5-hour nap. So, wow, yeah, my internal clock is all sorts of fucked up. This is crazy. Okay, but real quickly, I see a few people saying like, oh, but Jake, like Black Phone was so good. It was. It like, listen, besides my two big problems I have with it, the moment you get to Finney in the basement, I don't have a single complaint. I mean, the rest of that fucking movie is so unbelievably well written and so well constructed. There's little things that they set up at the very beginning of the second act that end up being massive big things later on, which is always a positive. I love when movies can do that a million times. It's great. It's just so well set up. It's so well written. I wish they would have done something with the mother character, which seems like it was setting up to something. But yeah, ultimately didn't go anywhere with that. They might do something with it in the sequels though. The mother character being dead and having those powers and all that. I was thinking that the mother was going to save Finney at the end. I was like expecting that. And when they didn't do anything with that and like introduced it as being a big plot point, I was kind of like, interesting. Did my mouse really just die? That would be so funny. Yep. my mouse died. That's hilarious. I am gonna have to call somebody to bring me a battery. Otherwise, I'll just leave my stream. Wow, that's hilarious. Technical difficulties, everybody. I will be right back momentarily. If people ask where I'm at, tell them I had to make a grilled cheese sandwich. That's so funny. Making a grilled cheese. I'll be back like in a flash. Flash Skywalker. There we go. Actually, I think I have some batteries up here, maybe somewhere. Fuck. I'll be right back. Oh, there we go. Welcome back. That grilled cheese was phenomenal, by the way. Holy shit. God, I make me a mean grilled cheese, as they say. The teacher leaving the room be like, that's really funny. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. That was... And now it works. Okay, well, you know what? My mouse just likes to fuck with me, I guess. But yeah, so how's everyone doing in that time? Man, I missed you all so much in that 5 seconds that I just ran downstairs frantically. But yeah, I'd rather get a prequel for the Black Phone with the Grabber's origin, says T. Parker Evans. That's probably the route they're gonna go, because since the Grabber's well, no spoilers, but I don't know how they could do a sequel, really. But that's what the director said specifically, was that it was going to be a sequel. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I would also prefer a prequel. I agree with you, but I kind of want to see things continued though. At the same time, I like these characters. I like Finney being the main character. He's great. So. Actually, and the little girl too in the movie, whose name I've already forgotten, is also just amazing. So. I would want to see the same characters again, honestly, too. So, we'll see. Not sure what brand, but my stock mouse batteries have lasted once. Damn! For real? I have gone through so many batteries because of this dumb mouse. What is this? I think this is a Razer. Yeah, Razer Ballistic Hyperspeed. It's a nice mouse. I never have problems with it. But yeah, the batteries die so quick on this thing. And I was gone all weekend, so couldn't do any maintenance on my on my shit. But yeah, so it's funny. Commenting on the Black Lagoon poster in the back, and a comment you made a while ago. Do you plan on making a short film or a remake of something like this in the future? Because I'd love to see it. Here's the thing. I have a movie idea for how I would remake The Creature from the Black Lagoon. I've always loved it. It's always been something that's been one of those movies that I'm like, I don't understand how more people don't like this. I don't get it. I really I might do a short. So we have a plan for what the next thing's gonna be, because I have an idea for an original movie that I would want to do after Red Right Hand, which we could do for because we got 5,000 for Red Right Hand by the time we actually do a campaign for the next movie. I'm thinking we can get 10, 15K, and I have an idea for what I already have the outline written of what it's going to be. I'm already dead set on it. Of what that's going to be. I don't want to tell you guys because it's a really, really interesting idea, and I want to keep it mysterious with all what the next thing's going to be. But yeah, I do have an idea for that. If I ever do a Creature from the Black Lagoon thing, I would need a lot of money. That would be something that I couldn't just yeah, I couldn't just pull my friends together to make a movie like that. But I would absolutely love to do something like that in the future, though. Squidward. Yeah, yes, because I do have a really cool idea how to reinvent the Creature, who is such an underrated horror villain. Oh God, what a great fucking movie. What would you do with the future of the TCM franchise at this point? I would do something that just goes back to basics. Do another 70s set movie for sure. Those movies thrive from that 70s setting for the most part. Most of them do. So yeah, I would go that route. I would have Ty West do it. I like, honestly, if they were like, hey, here's the TCM franchise, Jake, do something with it, I would approach it exactly the same way that Ty West approached like just about all of his movies. I fucking love X. It's like it's a better version of it feels like a modern version of like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No, that's wrong. A modern version of like the old Texas Chainsaw, like the very first one. And that's what I love so much about it. It's the only Ty West understands how to do a good slow burn slasher, where most directors nowadays just get right to the kills, get right to everything. Ty West, on the other hand, who, yeah, we can talk a little Ty West, because so underrated. And it's a shame that I didn't know too much about him up until X came out. I did a deep dive on his catalog, and man, he has some good movies, like some really well-written movies. That's my one really positive thing about him. Like, he just knows how to make you fall in love with characters and either rip them away from you or do something really poignant with them towards the end of his movies. But like, I can see a lot of people being turned off by his films because they are pretty slow. But there's a lot of character stuff to love. There's a lot of visual, like, cool shots and stuff in all of his movies. Even The Innkeepers, where like it's questionably even a horror movie, there is barely anything going on in that. It is truly just two characters talking. And at the, like, they're innkeepers, they're like front desk people at like a hotel, essentially. That entire, like, the Innkeepers is basically a movie of two characters talking, but I fucking loved it. Like, there's barely a horror element to it at all, but it is very cool. It's a very cool film. I really, really enjoy it. It's not great, but it's like, it's one of those where I'm just like, this is cool. You are keeping me invested with literally just like two, sometimes there's other characters too, just talking. Like, it is a dialogue movie, and it's still cool. So Ty West, my favorite Ty West is X so far, because Pearl comes out later this year, don't forget. But my absolute second favorite, which is so good, is House of the Devil, which I just bought. Highly recommend that. If you liked X, you will love House of the Devil. Also great characters, slow burn. I don't want to say what the reveal is, though, in that movie, because it is very, very cool. So I recommend it. Yeah, no, it's badass. Also the Sacrament is good. Yeah, there we go. Carrie's saying this. Yeah, House of the Devil, the Sacrament is cool. I really like that. It's a found footage flick, so if you're into that. Also a slow burn though, and in my opinion, the Sacrament's a little too slow. I think they really take their time chewing a lot of these characters, if that makes sense. But John Goodman, is that his name? Why is that name slipping me? He is fantastic in that film. So yeah, John Goodman. Okay. No? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I really questioned myself there, but yeah, no, he's fantastic in that. And yeah, he does a VHS segment, but it's not great. He does the honeymoon one. Yeah, it's whatever. His style is not meant for like a quick little thing like that though. So can you get a Red Right Hand in theaters for a limited release? Also, will your next film be a fan film or an original? So I'm gonna premiere it, I think, at a local theater. So if you want to drive all the way here, yeah, absolutely. I'll probably do like a free screening of it too. Like I want to do something like that. There's a lot of people involved, and last time we had a premiere at Matt's house, and it was fun, but wow, it wasn't cramped. Like there was like 50 people in his house, and his parents were like, "Dude, what the fuck?" So we'll probably run out of theater for this one, and the next one, whatever it's gonna be, is gonna, which I can't really tell you. It's gonna be an original, and I can't wait to tell you what that's gonna be all about, because it's even more fucked up than Red Right Hand. So. Yeah, Red Right. What I'll tell you guys about Red Right Hand, which is just kind of repeating stuff from the past. It's a lot more fucked up than most Scream stuff. Like it's just it's going to be a lot darker, deal with some crazier themes while still having that like charm that Scream has, where it's like really well-rounded characters, really funny moments. This is a really funny moment that I can't tell you about yet, but yeah, no. There's some really good stuff in this movie. I think you guys are gonna like it. But it's also, like I said, the horror element's kind of cranked up to 11 though. So there are some sequences that are really uncomfortable, and then some that I feel like actually are kind of scary. I was like, oh, that's actually a good little. There's one jump scare in the movie that I'm like really happy with. The rest, like some of the other stuff, wasn't wasn't awful, but there's one jump scare that I'm like, I know this is gonna get some people, and I'm so excited. So yeah, no, and there's some great kills too. You guys are gonna like it. So Ouija 2 was terrifying, but it had the crappiest ending that I don't hate it. I mean, it's like, yeah, whatever. But Mike Flanagan, man, fuck. It's a million times better than the first Ouija. I'll tell you that. I do enjoy both those movies though. I think they're both fun. Hellfest absolutely should get a sequel. That is a fucking cool movie with a really cool idea for a killer. You want to talk about, we were talking about slasher movies, how important it is to do something different. This is one that does something different and for the most part executes it pretty well. I drive all the way there to support a friend. Tori, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. I appreciate that so much. House of the Devil is one of my favorites. Ty has perfected the art of slow burns. Yes. Yeah. Another thing I'll say is Red Right Hand is not a slow burn because I really couldn't make it a slow burn, but the next thing I do will definitely be a slow burn. So that is probably not music to most people's ears, but that's the only way I would want to tell this next story because it's cool. It's a cool one. Is there any way to send you fan mail? Absolutely. I have a P.O. box listed under my channel right now, which it's on the About page. So if you send it to that, which I believe the address is 1888 Brown Street in Akron, Ohio, that is where a good friend of mine works, and I just kind of go pick up whatever packages that he collects. So I know I actually have some stuff on the way. I gotta give him a call actually. But yeah, no. So send if you have anything you want to send me, yeah, send it that way. Mr. Flash Skywalker, who is here right now, by the way, made a bunch of things for me and has sent them my way. So a massive shout out to him. I don't care if you have heard this a million times. I will talk about it until the end of days because it is so cool. Some of the shit that he has made me. So real quick, I just want to show you guys this because this is like the coolest thing ever. He made me a mask with a Jason mask with my colors on it. The other one he also did too, which is right there. And he also did that Ghostface painting, like right here, which is fucking sick. So this is like the coolest fucking thing though. I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. So I don't need, like, I'm trying to get like a head mannequin thing or something to put this on, but yeah. So really, really cool stuff. But yeah, send whatever you want to send me. If it's a dead rat, if you're like, oh man, I found this rat, Jake, and I just wanted to send it to you. Send it my way, sure. Please don't send me dead rats. Don't do that. No, that's a joke. Do you like the movie Deep Red? And if so, would you want a movie poster of it? Yeah. yeah, absolutely. For sure. I love Deep Red, but like, if you don't like slow giallo murder mysteries, you're not going to be into that. Like, if you're watching Ty West movies and you're like, it's a little too slow. Like, I liked it, Jake, but it was just a little too slow. It was really, really hard to get into. You will not like Deep Red. Don't even try to watch that movie. It is very slow. But it's good. I really like it. Dario Argento to me is kind of an acquired taste. Like, it's not one where you can just jump into his movies and be like, yeah, this is great. It's you kind of got to watch a few movies before you really start to get it. So yeah. The shot in the bathroom has a vibe from the bathroom in Saw 1. Oh yeah, it does kind of look like that, doesn't it? Yeah. I will say this. So this is a shot from what is, in my opinion, the coolest scene in the entire movie. Something happens right before that is like fucking mind melting. And I don't want to tell you what, but it's like, it's such a crazy, holy shit, what the fuck is happening fever. I'm not going to finish that. That is so unbelievably crazy. And I can't believe we got to film it. So I am very excited. Is it inspired by Saw? Like, definitely the aesthetic. Like, we turned the shower on a little bit so that the mirror had that fogginess to it and all that. And like, yeah, I can't really tell you too much more about it. But there's a really cool shower scene in this movie. That's all I can really say. And the blue light is important too. So that's there you go. You have clues. You have clues. But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. You know, I'll say this. Like, It's a movie made for $5,000. So it's not going to be like the holy shit, like this is the craziest movie ever made. It is. I think it's going to be a really cool fan film and people are going to enjoy it. But obviously I couldn't do everything I wanted to do with this film, but the fact that I got to do mostly everything, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So I'm excited. We're doing a few pickup shots Wednesday and Friday, and then we should be done filming everything, and then we're going to really start editing and doing stuff. I'm kind of lining up shots with the audio right now is what I've been doing in my little free time. But yeah, shit's going good. I can't believe I've been going for 3 hours. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna call it here soon. But I do want to say hi to El Chupacabra. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Spoiler alert: it's Jake's shower nude scene. No comment. No comment, dude. Listen, this is a weird fucking movie. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say, man. There might be something in this movie that's kind of crazy. How's your night going, Jake? Jason, my night is going fantastic. I'm having a great night. Love hanging out with you all. So, oh yeah, some good stuff. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get going. I'm so tired. I was up for like 2 straight days just driving through Pennsylvania, which is I'm convinced the entire state of Pennsylvania is just Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and a field. And that's it. I genuinely did not see anything else besides fields and mountains. That's it. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for showing up to the stream. Thank you to my wonderful channel members. Once again, you guys are awesome. Some of the new people, once again, just want to shout you guys out. You guys are awesome. Scorpio, YouTube, Locked, Brandon, Mia Cham. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being new supporters. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. Love you so much. All the love. Thanks for visiting me at Monster Mania too. To all the people who came out and said, hey, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. And go check out the Night Watch Zone stream.